All right, what's going on, brother? All bets. Adrian Molina out here betting about how late I'm going to be. Boom. There you go. Yeah. What's happening with everybody? All right, let's say what's good, what's good, what's good. Adrian Vent in the building. What's going on, man? What's going on, Kamal? Oh yeah, you way early, brother. You way early, man. I had to get something done this morning, but I'm back at it. I'm back now. We here now. Orlando Pearson, what's going on, man? Bryant Williams in the building. HMC, Mike Cardenas, DJ OC, Powerhouse Watson, what's going on? Gilbert Jimenez, Alden Johnson, what's going on, man? Matthew White said, Fanon, I like how you came to the defense of manager Marty. Keep standing for the truth. Yeah, man, I flipped a little bit. But you know, it is what it is, man. I ain't perfect. It happens. What's going on, man? Mills Rob in the building. What's going on, man? Lenny Ash, what's going on, man? Valley, what's happening? Will Wright in the building. What's good? What's going on, Kelvin Gilmore? Sean Clark, be easy. What's good, sir? How are you, man? Good morning, Mike Kirkland. Top of the morning to you, Sean Clark. Good morning, Sammy. Rise Podcast. What's going on to the undisputed cash cow of the 135-pound division? The undefeated and undisputed cash cow of 135 of the lightweight division and the junior lightweight division and 140-pound division and the featherweight division and the bantamweight division. And when Errol Spence Jr. moves up, the welterweight division. What's going on? You know I'm gonna have some fun, brother. You know I'm gonna have some fun, man. Did you hear? Let me shout out to everybody. I'm gonna say what up to everybody one-on-one from now on. What's going on, Mass Arms? What's going on, Rise Podcast? Look, man, I think I may be wrong, but I think we may have some hypocrisy going on. Hey, Rise, did you hear that Devin Haney is demanding that Vasyl Lomachenko give up some of his money in order for him to fight him? Did you hear that? According to Tim Bradley, he wants more money from Vasyl Lomachenko. Not more money from the fight from Top Rank. He wants more money from Vasyl. Huh? Because he deserves the money. What? I thought it was about the best fighting the best. I thought money didn't matter. I'm telling you, every time y'all do something, you talk all this different nonsense to make somebody look bad. It always comes back on you. Vasyl Lomachenko definitely fits the definition of the best fights the best. He's the number one rated guy in the WBC. He's the number one rated guy in the WBO. He's a former titleist, held 3 titles in that same division. Why you need more of his money? Like, I could understand if you said you need more money, but why do you need more of his money? Why does he have to concede money to you? Him. Why does he have to make why are you concerned about how much money that man's making? You deserve more than him. Seems mighty funny. Hey, for them good life lessons last week. Yes, sir. Oh my God, man. Look, dude. Much love in this super chat, bro. Hey, man, Mike Kirkland, thank you, brother. Oh, we're going to get on Spence. We're waiting for some people to come into the chat, bro. I want to hit. He said, I don't understand because Bill running around talking about money don't matter. Yeah, I don't understand that. How come money doesn't matter? But it matters with him. How does the money not matter? Now watch this. If he can't fight Lomachenko. If he doesn't fight Lomachenko over money, He can't fight Shakur Stevenson overweight. Look, man, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, the longer you defend that, the more you guys look really, really, really bad. It's really time to jump ship from those arguments, okay? I'm just fair warning here, okay? Because I told you, what goes around comes around, man. You guys can justify. But eventually, boxing's been a soap opera. What you talking about? Boxing's going to turn into a soap opera. Boxing's been. Hey, said for 9, you had to restore order. Oh, and that? Yeah, I forgot why I yelled. I yelled because he kept trying to cut everybody off and ask them questions. And I'm like, I ain't trying to hear that, brother. You cannot. And I'm going to tell you again, you cannot flag somebody on YouTube and have somebody know about it. And no, you cannot know who flagged you on YouTube. You just can't do it. Oh, yeah. Well, let me ask you this question. Let me talk to you about this. Hey, hey, man, what time did you wake up this morning? Hey, let me ask you 15 questions. Got nothing to do with the point. No, thank you, bro. Said everything Bill says is a contradiction. Bro, look, man. That's because they start with the answer and they work backwards with their logic. Hey, Chad, say change the subject. Let me ask you this. No, I'm not going to let you ask me this. No, I'm not going to let you ask me that. That's easy. No, I'm not going to let you ask me that. I'm going to talk about what I'm here to talk about, period. For 9, you said you will not talk over me. You will not change my point. You went in. Yeah, you're not going to do it, bro. You're not going to talk over me. You're not going to change my point. You're not going to do any of that. Anyway, so let's get back to this, brother. Let's get back to this. And so much thank you for the support in the super chat. Now let's get into Black Adam. So you guys saw all of that. You're a clickbaiter. A clickbaiter? You're just doing it for likes and views. Like, man, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, I don't want to get into it like that, but come on, man. Come on. Come on, man. Come on, man. Stop. Brother. Hold on, man. Yeah, no joke, bro. Hey, Jason Miranda said, how's your morning going for 9? Oh, I'm good, bro. I can't complain about a thing, bro. I like Bill Haney and what he does for his son, but God dang, that man be overselling at times. Man, let me tell you, always on cue. It's blatant hypocrisy. It's just blatant hypocrisy. It's just no other way to get around it. It's one set of rules. It's one set of rules for Devin, and it's one set of rules for everybody else. But guess what? As a promoter, that's what you're supposed to do because you're promoting your fighter. I understand that. It's you all doing that. I'm telling you, it's a bad hill to die on, man. It's not worth it. It's a bad hill to die on because I'm telling you, he's gonna let you down. He's gonna let you down. Without a doubt, he's gonna let you down. Kamal Oz says Z-Side Bud meeting with Golden Boy and discussing career options means that Black Planet is not in the future as he claimed after one fight. He's antsy. Let me tell you, hey, Kamal Oz, dog. You know, that's what you get. That's what you get. If you're dealing with somebody that you know is going to sneak somebody, then why wouldn't you think they're going to sneak you? That's what you get. If you're dealing with somebody who's sneaking on somebody else, dude, they're going to sneak on you too. Bud does not care about none of y'all. Bud cares about Bud, and Bud cares about Bud and Bud alone. Man. Hey, for 9, you could have had me fooled. All I hear Bill talking about is Tank. I thought he was promoting Tank. Man, he is promoting Tank. I'm telling you. But look, here's the problem. You about to go to 140, bro. You about to fight Vasyl, man. You come on, man. You can't, dog. If he does not fight Vasyl Lomachenko over money, all of you are done. All of you are done. If he does not fight that man over money, you all are done. You guys, I'm telling you, if you think, I hope your supporters support you because they like you. Because there are those people. There are those people that will support you because they like you. Like my mama. I could have 5 people on here. My mama's still going to come by and say, hey, baby, how you doing? She's going to do that. She's going to support me. Y'all better hope y'all got y'all mamas to support you, because or people that just really, really like you. Okay? Really like you and really support you, because do not sell yourself out by supporting that stupidity. If he does not fight the silly Lomachenko because of the money, then you cannot argue about the best fighting the best. Because guess what? Lomachenko is one of the best. Unless you're going to say magically that he's not one of the best. And he will literally do worse than what you accused Lomachenko of doing. The only thing that you're going to be able to say is, well, Lomachenko did it to him. However, Lomachenko never did it to him. Never did it. And reasonable people know this. Okay? League of Species, the League of Legacies. He said, I promised, like 30 seconds before I got on, I was thinking, if Fanon was here, this is what he'd say and how to go down, and then you prove me right. Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you. Dude, I already know the game. You're not going to talk over me and have me change subjects. I know the game. You're not going, that's why I said I'm not a rookie. You're not going to talk over me and accuse people of talking over me. Like literally, bro, no scruples. Like, we'll steady talking over people, claiming they talking over him. Man, stop, bro. That man did not do that. Okay? That man ain't doing that. And we're not here for all of this other stuff. That man didn't do that. You accuse that man, y'all accusing that man of doing something he doesn't even have the ability to do. He doesn't have the ability to do it, period. Doesn't have the ability. First of all, it says right there on YouTube, and everybody knows it. If you flag somebody, it is anonymous. It doesn't say it's anonymous for little people. The idea that people are so big that they're so special. like, man, stop. We ain't even that big. We're not even that big. You realize they're like Casual Geographics, bro. Casual Geographics is this boxing. This is a YouTube channel that does animal shows. Dude, every video he does is 2.5, 4 million. Come on, man. Ain't nobody talking about boxing. Ain't nobody talking about boxing that big, bro. Hey, Fanon, is Grevin's gripe about how much Loma's getting paid? Yes. Yes. We're going to get to the Bud stuff in a second. Yes. Marquis, Loma is slightly declined. Is he a better fighter than Ryan right now? I don't know. I know he's one of the best. He's number 1 ranked in the WBC and the WBO. He lost a close fight for his title with Teofimo Lopez. It was a close fight. Sean Clark in the building said Bud wouldn't sign a multi-fight deal with PBC, even though he said he wanted EJ and Charlo, but he's considering a multi-fight deal with Golden Boy. Okay. Oh, just dead pocket watching. But absolutely. Let's get on that one for a little while. Let's get on that one, though. Let's get on that. All right, so Cam Williams, I've seen a video saying that no. Cam Williams, it is not Loma asking for more money. It is not. Black Adam, I heard Loma's the one that wants more. No, it is not. No, it is not. Tim Bradley said, and the reports are that Devin Haney wants more concessions from Lomachenko. Please do not lie. He said, hey, Chicken Talk said there are YouTube channels that pay nothing but hours of rain sounding doing 3 million views. Exactly. We're not that big. None of us are that big. We're big to the extent that, most people have 100 subscribers or under 100 subscribers because there's billions of people. But compared to the real big channels, man, we ain't big. They're not giving anybody any special benefits because you got 200, 300,000 pay-per-views. They will shut your channel down in a heartbeat. Dude, let me tell you, you can have 500,000 subscribers. YouTube will not even, the YouTube they won't even know who you are. They will definitely turn your channel off overnight. Stop. Anyway, let's get back to this. As far as the Devin Haney thing goes, no, my understanding it is Devin Haney saying that he wants more money. Tim Bradley was out there talking about he deserves more money and that they want more concessions out of Vasyl Lomachenko. Now, I'm sure you're going to hear inside sources telling you and inside sources telling you that that's different. Oh, no, that's not it. It's really the Lomachenko really wanted all the money. Lomachenko, who you've never, ever, ever heard say that ever. You can say whatever you want to talk about with guys like Beterbiev, Bivol, Lomachenko, Usyk. You never hear them talk about money. When have you ever heard of a guy from Eastern Europe stunting on money? The only person that I heard say anything about that was Bivol saying, look, man, next time I fight Canelo, I need to make more money because I won. Right. They want concessions. Terence, and matter of fact, Devin Haney said it in the ring when Vasyl Lomachenko was in the ring. So even you guys say that he got in the ring and he called out Lomachenko to fight, that's not true. He said, yeah, we can talk about it, but you got to make concessions to me, is what he said. So let's get to this. When Gervonta tells him, you're going to have to make a lot of concessions to me, I don't want to hear nothing. When Gervonta says you got to make a bunch of concessions to me, I don't want to hear nothing about it. Out you. Because your boy said he wants concessions. And I'm telling you, everything is good as long as it's Devin Haney doing it. Everything is good if it's Devin doing it. I hear y'all saying everything but Devin is wrong. I hear y'all saying, I like how y'all say, he said they flipped the narrative to Loma wanting more money. Of course. Oh no, it's really Lomachenko wants more money. Even though every report that came out said that Devin Haney wants more concessions. Even though Tim Bradley is on TV saying, yeah, it's money. Even though Mike Coppinger is literally said, yes, I talked to Devin Haney. Devin Haney wants concessions. Mike Coppinger said, I spoke to Devin Haney and they want concessions. Now it's Lomachenko who's not said anything. You think this stuff is real? Bro, stop with the BS. Let me tell you something. Go away, bot. Dude, go away, bot. I don't have no more time for y'all at all, okay? Let me tell you what I don't have. I don't have any more time. I have no patience for any of that. Go away. The report on ESPN is that Devin wanted more money. The report from Mike Coppinger was that Devin wanted more money. Devin said in the ring with Lomachenko that you have to make concessions to me. But it's not Devin, it's Lomachenko. Why you always lying? Man, ain't nobody trying to hear that, man. Okay? Ain't nobody trying to hear it. I'm not trying to hear it. Spare me. Go over to somebody. There's another show on, I'm sure. I'm sure there's another show on you can go on and say that on. Somebody that's interested in hearing it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's interested in hearing that, brother. I'm not interested in hearing that, man. I'm not interested in hearing it. I did a video days ago on that. Days ago. After I did the video, it came back up on the ESPN's telecast. And Tim Bradley said it, that it was Devin wanting more money and that he deserved more money. It was also Mike Coppinger saying that Devin wants more money. They all said that. So Mike Coppinger's lying, even though he said he talked to Devin or Devin's camp. Tim Bradley's lying. And Devin is lying. Because Devin said that in the ring, post-fight with Lomachenko. And you all remember it because you guys remember him calling that man a heavyweight. Oh, you look like a heavyweight. Devin Haney said, you need to make concessions to me. Those are his words. Those are his words. In the ring with Vasyl Lomachenko post-fight. He didn't say that he was going to fight Lomachenko. He said that he would, that it's basically that it's possible, but Lomachenko has to make concessions. He said that in the ring to Lomachenko's face on camera. But it's not Devin. Are you guys really going to tell that lie? Y'all really going to tell that lie? John Boy in the building. Much love in that super chat, bro. That was tongue-in-cheek. Oh, it was tongue-in-cheek. He didn't really mean it when he said it. And I guess he didn't mean it when he said it. I guess he didn't mean it when he said it to Mike Coppinger either. And I guess whoever told Tim Bradley didn't mean it either. Man, will y'all stop? I mean, just for real. Lies, concessions, fight dates, Ramadan, all Haney. Come on, man. They want it on pay-per-view. You think that's Lomachenko that wants that fight on pay-per-view? You think that's Lomachenko that wants that fight on pay-per-view? Come on, man. So they can say they're a pay-per-view star and it did more than Tank. Because I guarantee you, as soon as that hits pay-per-view, it did more than Tank. And as soon as it hits pay-per-view, it did more than Tank's pay-per-views. And Devin earned 5 times more than Tank. You all are just living in a promotional fairy tale, man. You know what I'm saying? He said it, then walked off. He said it on television. Me watching Dev is a damn concession. I mean, come on, man. Kamala, I say you missed John's super chat. My bad. Let me go because you know I don't miss John Boy. John Boy. Oh, I missed 2 super chats. God dog it, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all letting me know. John Boy says, bro, Mike Kirkland. Q Lee. Shout out everybody. Everyone. Morning. Haney equals Ussy. First real fight, and he making excuses. This is the best fight. This is the most difficult fight of his career. And if he does not take this over money, you all just need to be quiet. But you're not going to be quiet. I understand what it is. Devin has the right to do it because Devin is a star. I mean, whatever y'all going to come up with, man, I can't wait to hear it. I can't. Matter of fact, you know what I may do? I may make a game of telling you what you're going to say, y'all going to say before you actually say it. Even though I have to tell you, you surprised me already this morning with, oh, it's Lomachenko that wants it. It's Lomachenko that wanted more money. It's not Devin that didn't want more money. It's Lomachenko that wanted more money. Even though every mainstream media outlet that initially reported this specifically said it was Devin that wanted more concessions. And Devin specifically asked for concessions in the ring with Lomachenko. But it's going to be Lomachenko that asked for it. And it's not a duck because Devin didn't get exactly what Devin wanted. Good luck with that, man. I mean, seriously. Can we not? Can we not do that? Is it too much to ask that we not do that? That we not just pull that out? You know what I mean? Like Terence Crawford leaving BLK Prime after he got $10 million for David Avenetian, and it's taking over boxing, and him about to skate on them over there to Golden Boy to fight Alexis Roche. If it happens, Alexis Roche. Kamal Oz, I was given exclusive access to Z-Side Bud's Golden Boy fight plan. Roche, Saddam Ali, Blair Cobb, Yoshiro Kamaji, Diego De La Hoya, and Victor Ortiz. I wouldn't be surprised, man, because it's not going to be Virgil Ortiz. It's not going to be Virgil Ortiz. Do you really think that Oscar De La Hoya is going to give Terence Crawford a fight with Virgil Ortiz? They don't put those guys in there with anybody unless that fighter absolutely, positively demands it and threatens to leave. And even then, I don't know because Ryan Garcia has not made that fight yet. Because that fight is not made yet. Man, I swear, I was given exclusive access to Zeho. You know that, bro. Mike Kirkland said for John Boy in the building. Thank you, brother. And lies, concessions, fight dates, Ramadan, all Haney. Like, come on, man. And Marty again, me watching Devin is a dang concession. For real, I'm looking forward to the Lomachenko fight. How about you guys just do it? How about you just do it the good old-fashioned way? You knock out people, people get interested in you, and then they want to watch you in the next fight. Fanon, that was nice. Was nice today. He left the pork chop comment out. Oh, yeah. Oh, I mean, come on. That's a different subject. That's a different subject. He said, Fanon, it isn't funny. Haney met with Bud. Now he asking for more money. No, let me tell you something, dude. They were going to do that before, bro. Dude, let me tell you, man. It's a lot of smoke and mirrors, bro. That's a lot of smoke and mirrors over there, bro. It's a lot of smoke and mirrors. Lot of that going on, brother. It's a lot of that going on. Lomachenko is not afraid to fight Devin Haney, and that man did not ask for more money. Stop. Stop. Okay? Just stop. But yes, let's go back. Let's get on to BLK Prime, brother. Let's get on to BLK Prime. And how, yeah, I know y'all. Shout out to my guy, though. Shout out to my guy. Shout out to my guy. Shout out to my guy on Twitter. For nine, I keep telling you, Devin is Terence Crawford 2.0. They have the exact same fan base. Yeah. You got that right. That's what everybody says. Fanon, is Bud the Black Canelo? No way. No way. No way. No way. No, he is not the Black Canelo. Who would be the Black Canelo? Oh man, big love in that super chat, brother. Bino the King. What's going on, brother? Thank you, Bino the King. Thank you, man. A new supporter. Thank you, brother. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you. Hey, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Got it. Okay. No, but to answer the question, no, he is not Canelo. Bud is really, dude. Bud is a good fighter that's smoking mirrors, man. The moves he makes are all. It's just really, really funny moves. Canelo, Canelo's Canelo, bro. I don't really want to get. I mean, Canelo's a very good fighter. Canelo has fought fighters that are good fighters. He's definitely taken risks in his career. You know, he fought Mayweather. He fought. I mean, at least you can say he fought Golovkin. You know what I mean? At least you can say he went up and he fought Golovkin. You got that. But Terence Crawford, you don't have that with him. You have a lot of, everybody says I'm number one pound for pound on ESPN. I'm number one on ESPN. I did at 140, and he didn't fight Errol. I mean, it's just forever going to sit with him, man. And now you guys are saying, like, there are people out there with this stuff. That Terence Crawford, that David Avanesyan is a good fight. And so is Alexis Roche. I like that. I like the Terence Crawford Alexis Roche fight. But you don't like the Errol Spence Jr. Keith Thurman fight. You're lying. Like, you're just lying. There's no need to debate anything that you're lying about. You're just lying. There's no reason for you to believe that Alexis Roche and Terence Crawford. If that is a better fight, how come nobody was talking? How about nobody other than a couple YouTube channels, and all they were doing is shout out to Angry Man, the Angry Man, God dog man, Angry Man. Shout out to their channel. All people were saying is, okay, that looks like who he'll fight, because that's reasonable. Because once Vasyl Ortiz loses the rankings, once Vasyl Ortiz loses the rankings, leaves the rankings, and Jaron Ennis leaves the rankings, then of course Alex Roche is going to be right there. That makes sense. You know what I mean? That makes sense. But nobody was asking for that fight, and you would never take again. Let's reverse it again. Errol Spence Jr. fights Alexis Roche, and Terence Crawford is fighting Keith Thurman, and you're going to tell me that these same people are going to like the Errol Spence Alexis Roche fight, but they're not going to like the Errol Spence Keith Thurman fight because Keith Thurman lost one fight to Manny Pacquiao, while Alexis Roche lost to Speedy Rashidi Ellis and got his entire face busted up in his last fight. You don't believe it. So it's really not worth debating with you, because it's just not true. You don't believe that. At a certain point in time, you have to know that what is true and not true based on the ridiculousness of it. You do not believe that Dimitri Bivol is a harder fight for Anthony Joshua than Deontay Wilder. You do not believe that. It makes no sense. Well, there are light heavyweights that moved up in weight and fought, were good heavyweight. Dimitri Bivol is not beating Anthony Joshua. He's way too small. Stop it. Okay? Deontay Wilder's the harder fight. Stop. Okay? Just stop. Benedict King, he said, hey, Fanon, first time sending super chat. Just wanted to make sure you got it. Oh, I got it, brother. Thank you. And I put it up. I didn't have any comment that I could read in it, and then you would have known. So yes, sir, brother. And that's what that gong was. That big. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Bino the King in the building. Thank you for that support, bro. That's big, man. Anyone has to anyone this has to pay YouTube channels to sell their anyone this that has to pay YouTube channels to sell their propaganda, need to sell fake news. Bud Haney trying to get a group discount. I mean, look, man, it is what it is. Y'all go do what y'all do, but I'm just going to tell you, even when you sell something, you got to make sure you sell a quality product. It's not a problem. Here's the thing. If I vouch for a product and you get that product and that product is garbage, you're not going to take my word again. Okay? Beterbiev, who you got? I got Beterbiev. I got Beterbiev. I got Beterbiev. I got Beterbiev. 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 It is interesting though that those guys have that Andre Ward has Bivol and Bivol fights on DAZN. So I'll take that. I'll take that with I'll take that as meaning something serious though. Because if they thought it was easy money, hey, Fanon, these cats think they're bigger than they actually are. Go ahead and fight people. That's what you do for a living. No ducking. Dude, if he does not fight him over money, he ducked. And guess what? That means the only guy that would have ducked between Lomachenko and Haney is Haney. And it's hypocrisy at the greatest. Lomachenko is not supposed to fight for a unification. Watch this. Lomachenko ducked Haney because he fought to unify the belts against Teofimo Lopez. But Devin would not duck if he turned the fight down over money. Fanon, I heard Yard broke his orbital bone. Brother, it was coming if they didn't stop that fight. I just put that in my tweet. I said, hey, man, make sure you didn't get that out of my tweet because, people will do that. They take tweets off my page and report them as news. Like, dude, all I tweet is like, hey, man, that orbital bone look like it's about to get broke. Yard broke Beterbiev's orbital bone? No, the other way around, bro. You know that ain't it. That ain't it. Man, that was a good man. Cats was rooting for Yard. Hey, dog. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Cats were rooting for Anthony Yard, bro. Y'all had all kind of hopeful feelings for Anthony Yard. I didn't understand why y'all were so hopeful. Personally, I was like, nah, I'll just go ahead and go with the winner. Beterbiev about to knock this dude out, man. You guys can get up out of here with all of that. Man, it's that Errol Spence Jr. thing. I'm telling you, Beterbiev I think he looks a little easier out from outside than up close. Those short right hands ain't no joke. Them jabs were sending that man's head back like yak. And dude, he beats you up. He beats you up. I'm telling you. The Jamaican, I was rooting for Yard because he has beautiful skin. Hey, well, it didn't cut. I was it did cut a little bit, but yeah, okay, he's got good skin. Man, Beterbiev about to do that dude dirty. So no, brother, no, I'm not doing that, dog. He said, yeah, they were hyping the heck out of Yard. Only reason Errol was right with Yard was for Jamaican solidarity. Hey, look, bro. Errol was wrong. Hey, man. Nah, bro. Nah, man. Hey, man, that reminds me of a conversation I had with somebody that's associated with the PBC. And we were talking, I did a video about what they said about Canelo and Plant because they were being optimistic about Plant. And when I did it, like, hold on, man. That ain't what I meant. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm pretty. He didn't bet 10K. No, he was gonna bet 10K. Nah, he didn't bet on that. He was gonna bet on the fight with the 10K bet was Nah, he didn't bet up. He didn't bet 100,000. He said he's going to bet 10. He was going to bet 10K over for Tony Harrison. Tony Harrison versus Tim Tszyu. He said he'll bet 10,000. And so for a guy like that, that's that ain't going to break him, bro. Okay, that's not going to break him. You know what I mean? The 10K. That's like betting 1,000. It's probably like betting. I don't know, betting. I mean, it's 10K. It's 10K now, but it's closer to like somebody betting 1,000, a regular person betting 1,000. Like, yeah, I can lose 10,000 and be okay. John Boy said if Yard had the stamina like Bud and Haney fans got excuses, he'd have been all right. Bud and the Haney fans can't stop saying Tank and Errol Spence Jr. You know that. You know that, dog. You know that, dog. I'm just loving this Monday morning, brother, because so many of y'all took L's. Dude, this is just L's all around for y'all, man. Like, y'all took L's. Like, this weekend, from Friday to Sunday, was almost every type of L. Every type. I watched so many people take L's. Taking L after L after L. And here's the thing. Let me tell you something. Do not think for a second y'all didn't take L's. Because if one person out of 100 thinks you win, brother, you still lost. Because most people ain't going to say nothing to you. They just going to be like, dog, I'm telling you, getting caught being a flat out. He said you get an L and you get an L and you get an L. There's a lot of L's going out there, brother. Oh, who took an L? Devin Haney fans took an L. Terence Crawford fans took an L. Y'all taking L's out there. Y'all taking L's. L's. Devin Haney fans and Terence Crawford fans took big L's this weekend. Number one, once it was reported that Devin Haney was threatening to pull out of a fight with Vasyl Lomachenko over money that he wants, you took an L to Gervonta Davis. Dude, we're playing chess here, man. This ain't checkers. Once you move your Haney over there and leave me open for a Gervonta Davis dead to your king. No, the accommodation is money. There is no accommodation on weight. For now, we all suffering though, cause I'm not suffering. I'm having a good time. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not suffering. I feel great. I was right about Beterbiev. I've been right about Terence Crawford and Devin Haney. Been right about it. And I've been right about the people doing all this talking. Been told you. Been told you. Let me do that one more again. Been told you. Been told you. But now you're on a big stage. So everybody sees it. And it is what it is. New games have got to be played. New strategies have got to be implemented. Dev don't, and now he don't do tune-up fights. Oh my God. Now, first of all, that's a copyright infringement. All of a sudden, dog, seriously, man. What's going on with Schofield? What's Schofield's first name? What's Schofield's name? It's not Floyd Schofield, is it? First of all, I don't do tune-ups is a copyright infringement. Kid Austin, thank you very much. Dog, but look, he did not look bad. Floyd Schofield did not look bad in that fight. He didn't. He dropped that dude like 4 times. He didn't look bad in that fight. He just went the distance. Devin said he looked like crap. Devin's gone the distance for 4 straight years with no knockdowns. 4 straight years with no knockdowns. He fought Yuriorkis Gamboa with no knockdowns. Yuriorkis Gamboa has been knocked out by everybody and their mama. How does Floyd Schofield look bad with like 4 knockdowns and won the entire fight? Do you not see the blatant hypocrisy of that? He hasn't, I don't think, somebody correct me, has Devin Haney had a knockdown in 4 years? Not a knockout, a knockdown. I don't know. Who's that last guy he knocked out? The guy he knocked out. Let me see when that was. I don't think he's had a knockdown in 4 years. Or he's had 1 knockdown in 4 years, something like that. Let me see. Yeah, it'll be it's 3, almost 3.5 years. Yeah, he hasn't had a knockdown in 3.5 years. It's almost 4 years. It's not quite 4 years because his last knockdown, I do believe, was against Antonio Moran in 2019. Yeah, it's Antonio Moran in 2019. Yeah. How does that work? It's just, come on, man. I don't know. His knockout percentage is over the last 4. And let me see. Knockout percentage in it's 51%. He has a 51% knockout percentage, but over the last in the United States, let me see, since he started fighting 10-round fights. It's 10%. Since he stepped up to world class, it's 10%. One out of the last 11. It's actually a little bit below 10%. It's like 9%. Yeah, I think it's 9%. Since in 10-round fights and above, his knockout percentage is 10%. And guys with, yeah, I mean, and it's not high, bro. But again, that's not the same thing as saying that he's not a good fighter. He's a very good fighter. But it's just a little bit hypocritical. He knockdowns, he has not had a knockdown. He has not had a knockdown in almost 4 years. By the time he fights next, which will be in May. In June. It'll be 4 years since he's had his last knockdown. Knockdown. Knockout, same amount of time. Same amount of time. And it's one knockout in 5 years. He's had one knockout in 5 years. Come on, man. It is what it is. Aaron Muhammad says, good morning, humor. I don't know who you are, brother. I don't know who you are, brother. What you need? You had the car last, my partner. No, I that was delivered. Okay. Hey, are you late? Hold on a second. Sorry about that. Good morning. Yeah, that's funny, man. And Aaron, man, it is what it is, bro. I don't want to do too much of that, but it is what it is, bro. How does Bud always get away with contradicting himself? He doesn't get away with it. He doesn't get away with it. Fanon, what would you have, Haney? What do you have against Haney? He's undisputed. He can make any demand he likes. He earned it. You should be celebrating a successful black fighter. Danny Sanchez. Shut up. I don't have anything against him. Like I said, I got something against you. He's undisputed. Great. He's undisputed. He can make any demand he likes. You can make it, but it doesn't mean you ain't ducking. He earned it. No, he didn't. You should be celebrating it. Why? Why would I can celebrate? I'm going to celebrate fights I get to see. Don't try to guilt trip me. Are you celebrating Gervonta Davis? Are you celebrating Gary Russell Jr.? Are you celebrating Floyd Schofield? They're all black fighters, aren't they? And they all get trashed by Devin Haney. So I want to know why. And isn't Gervonta, didn't Gary Russell Jr. deserve what Gary Russell Jr. Earned? Doesn't Tank earn what he earns? You pull these guilt trips when it comes to your fighter. You can take your guilt trip and shove it. If you're a hypocrite, you're a hypocrite. You can't say Lomachenko ducked you for an undisputed championship, or better yet, you can't say that money doesn't matter when it's Gervonta Davis talking about money. It's the belts. But when it is the belt, when it is you fighting Devin, when you fighting Lomachenko, it's not the belts, it's the money. You can make weight when it comes to Gervonta Davis, you can make 135, but when it comes to Shakur Stevenson, you can't make 135. Hold on one second again. Sorry about that. He doesn't get away with contradicting himself. Everybody sees that stuff. This channel either hating on Bud or Haney every day. Yeah, thank you. See you later, brother. Don't come back. Don't come back. That's easy for you. If you think that I'm hating on y'all by hating on somebody, just don't come back. Not everybody wants to hear that stuff, man. Not everybody wants to hear that stuff. Look, I would love to talk about boxing and talk about the fights being made and all that stuff, but you guys spend your time running down other fighters. And then when your fighter turns around and does the same thing or worse, all of a sudden it's, hey, let's all support him. No, you can take your butt behind and go away. You are interrupting the conversations of boxing fans talking about what they want to talk about based on what is real in the world. You want to slip into people's conversations and feed them a bunch of nonsense. Okay? Now, if you were just out here talking about who the better fighter is, this guy's going to beat this fighter. He's got the jab. He's got movement. This guy's too short. This, that, and the other thing. Then you could have an argument about it. Fanon shouldn't have said, shut up to you, but he right. I lost respect for Bill when he said that they will be fighting Shakur. No, I'm going to tell you to shut up. I'm going to tell you what I want to tell you. Get out of here. You call me a hater, I got the right to tell you to shut up. What do you mean? You tell me something. He said Devin owns fans, casually admitted Devin a duck. Devin owned fans, casually admitted that Devin's a duck. Look, let me tell you on the real. Let me tell you what I think. I'm not telling you that Devin Haney is a duck. I'm telling you Vasyl Lomachenko wasn't a duck. Devin Haney fans were calling Lomachenko a duck because he fought Teofimo Lopez for a unification fight and didn't fight Devin when Devin Haney was the #1 contender or the interim champion, whichever one you want to call, whatever it was. So if Lomachenko takes a unification fight, that's a duck. But Devin Haney can not fight Lomachenko, who's the #1 contender, over money. Money doesn't trump your #1 contender. But here, watch this too. Devin Haney was never mandated to fight Terence Crawford. To fight Devin Haney. He was just the number one. Devin was the number one guy. So now that Lomachenko's the number one guy, Devin cannot fight him over money. But Lomachenko can't fight Teofimo Lopez for unification. Lomachenko can be elevated. No, he was not, Powerhouse Watson. You got your facts wrong. No, he was not ducking and stalling anything. No, he was not. He wasn't. It was 9 months in between the time that he won that belt against Luke Campbell and the time that he fought a unification fight, Powerhouse Watson. No, he wasn't. But if you listen to all the videos that were done every day accusing him of something, you may think that he did. But the fact of the matter is, go look at the time frame, Powerhouse Watson. Look at the time frame. Look at the date that Lomachenko became the WBC champion, and look at the date that he lost his last fight. He became the WBC champion, and then roughly 9 months later, which is a normal time frame to have a fight, he lost a unification fight against Teofimo Lopez. How was he stalling and delaying? By not fighting somebody that wasn't his mandatory, because he wasn't, and I'm still waiting for somebody to show me the order from the WBC naming him the mandatory. I'm still waiting on it. Because guess who the mandatory was 9 months earlier? It was Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell was the mandatory. Dog, no. Powerhouse Watson, there is no way, shape, or form to make that argument. Devin Haney was not in the rankings of any of the other sanctioning bodies when Lomachenko fought Luke Campbell. He fought Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell was the mandatory for Mikey Garcia. That's what happened. Devin Haney wanted to fight for the vacant title with Luke Campbell, and the WBC said no. Lomachenko didn't say no. The WBC said no. So the WBC let them unify belts with Luke Campbell. Don't you remember that was the fight? I do believe that Lomachenko went over to DAZN. He went to the same network to fight Luke Campbell that Devin Haney fought on. It was Devin Haney's promoter. It was Devin Haney's promoter. Eddie Hearn, that set up the fight between Lomachenko and Luke Campbell for the vacant belt that Luke Campbell was the mandatory for. It was Devin Haney who was on a campaign to get that fight that was turned down. Similarly, it was Devin Haney's promoter, Eddie Hearn, that didn't get him the George Kambosos fight in the first place. So Devin Haney fans blame George Kambosos or Lomachenko for the fact that Matchroom didn't buy the fight between Kambosos and Devin Haney, because that was on the table first, and DAZN and Devin Haney's promoter turned it down. Devin Haney had a promoter in Eddie Hearn, and Eddie Hearn had another fighter named Luke Campbell who was already the mandatory for Mikey Garcia. And when Mikey Garcia relinquished the belt, Lomachenko went over to DAZN in a fight that DAZN and Eddie Hearn bought to fight. 9 months later, he lost to Teofimo Lopez. That is not delaying. That is not Lomachenko delaying Devin Haney. That is Matchroom delaying Devin Haney. The same way Matchroom delayed Demetrius Andrade and didn't make a Canelo fight. No, you guys have been selling a lot of stuff. And I've gone through this enough. Lomachenko did not have a mandatory when he fought Teofimo Lopez, because the last mandatory was Luke Campbell. The mandatory was Luke Campbell. He was Mikey's mandatory, and Lomachenko moved in and fought Mikey's mandatory to win the belt. That's what happened. Ukraine is racist. Man, go, dude, let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you. If you steal from somebody's store, you walk in and steal from somebody's store, and they got you on camera, it does not matter if the owner is racist or not if you stole. You have no idea what Lomachenko is. You have no idea what Lomachenko is. You don't understand? Let me explain it to you. If somebody accuses you of theft because you walk into their store and you steal something out of their store and you're on camera, you stole a pack of donuts, you did. This man could love black people all day, be the greatest supporter of black people in the world. You still stole. Now Loma's racist with no proof. Look, man, anyway, I don't want to keep talking about that. I'm just going off what the facts are, and I'm going to look at this fact. Because I promise you this. Lomachenko fought Luke Campbell in 8, and he fought Teofimo. Actually, I correct that. He fought 1 year and 2 months later. It was a year later. And it was in the middle of COVID. Because this is 2019. This is when COVID hit. So he fought Anthony Corolla during the middle. Excuse me, he fought, did I get that right? Yeah, I did. He fought in the middle of COVID, 2019. He fought Luke Campbell. And the next fight he had was Teofimo Lopez, and he lost. He fought once that year, and that was the year of COVID. Whole lot of people fought one time in 2019 because there was COVID. No, man, you guys just being unfair to that guy, man. Sorry. Facts. Bob Arum said they had a meeting and Devin was not complaining about fighting in May since. I mean, look, it is what it is. They said no. They're saying that about Ukraine because Ivan Redcash put out a pictures of monkeys boxing. Oh, I mean, that's Ivan Redcash, man. That's Ivan Redcash. Are there enough black people over there in the Ukraine for people to have a thought about it? But even though I do know that there are Africans over there that they were like, they wouldn't let get out or something, whatever. Okay, so yeah, COVID hit in March of 2020. So there you go. That's 8 months before he fought. So if COVID hit, that means COVID hit. Now, COVID was a little bit before that. So, right. So COVID hit a little bit before that. Means the same thing. Anyway, I don't want to talk about any more Devin Haney. I'm done with Devin Haney. Sorry, this is too much of a commercial for Devin. I'm done. Let's get back on Bud, bro. Hold on 1 second, though. In your fucking room. I think he may have already signed. He's not complaining for that reason. Anyway, I'm like my son, man. This blows my mind. I got my son up. I said, look, man, he said, can I drive to school? I say, yes, but I know as soon as I tell you that you're going to drive to school, you're going to wind up being late because you think you have more time, because you keep allowing yourself to have more time. Get up and go. And that was at 7:45. And he's running. Duh, hold on, man. Sorry. Anyway, man, so let's move on. I don't want no more Haney conversations, brother, because that's just, to me, that's silly. Fanon, Bud picking the low-hanging fruit and letting Errol do all the hard work. Brother, let me tell you something, man. He's not going to, first of all, he's got to sign there first. What's going on, Renee Box Young? He's got to sign there first. He's got to sign first. He's not signed to Oscar De La Hoya yet. So I don't know for sure what he's going to do. All we're going off of right now is what he says he may do. But if he fights Alexis Roche, then you all need to zip all of this stuff about Terence Crawford and Ishnu said you missed a super chat. Thank you, brother. I'm sorry, man. It's been a silly morning, man. My son, I just purposely just in one ear, out the other, man. Kamal Oz in the building said Haney trashed Tank and Gamboa, yet he fought him later and promised to stop Uriokas earlier than Tank. Afterwards, Haney said boxing is hit and don't get hit. Do they say whatever they got to say whenever they got to say it? They say whatever they got to say when they have to say it. There's very little consistency, and there's always a reason. Very, very little consistency. And you're not calling it a buck. Okay? You're not. I got you, Kamal. I got it right there. Thank you, brother. He said, I'm late. Did you talk about Beterbiev yard fight yet? Yeah, I rubbed it in. Yes, Errol Robinson. Yes, I did. I rubbed it in very deeply that I don't understand why y'all thought that was a fair fight. Anthony Yard versus Beterbiev was a mismatch. It was a mismatch going in. Okay? It was a mismatch going in. Anthony Yard was going to get mopped. Okay? And I know that, hey, you people that supported Anthony Yard because they wanted to support Anthony Yard. Anthony Yard seems like a very nice guy, all of that. However, he's going to get mopped, without a doubt. One body in Yahweh said, Yardy did better than I thought. Well, he did exactly what he did. Let me put it this way. He did the best he could do in a mismatch because that was not going to work, bro. It's kind of like He said our yard was like minus 1250, of course. I mean, hey, look, Juan Colado, I didn't say that it was I didn't say that I was Notre Dame for picking that out. I just like, man, get out of here, man. Hey, come on, man. Come on, man. That man got mopped. Now he pushed back. Now he pushed back. He definitely pushed back. But nah, man, he got mopped up, bro. That's all that was. I mean, any way you cut it, that man got mopped up. Any way you cut it, that man got mopped up. There ain't two sides to it. Bud is a faking, but he's not going to work. Bud is a faking, but it's not going to work. He knows the only reason Errol Keith is at 154 is to get Bud after. So Bud thinks this is a way to leverage a better bag. It's not. Look, they're not, man. Look, man. He's not going to fight Errol Spence. He said that if he didn't get Errol Spence, he was going to move to 154 to go get Terence, to go get Jermell Charlo. There has not been a peep about Jermell Charlo out of Terence Crawford's mouth in months. Not a peep. What happened to 154 and Jermell Charlo? What happened to that? Okay, what happened to that? Anybody heard anything about that fight? No. Any idea of him going to that weight class? No. Will he go to that weight class? No. He's going to stay right in the weight class that he's in because he's probably at the biggest weight class he can fight at. He's not a big guy. He's not a big guy. He's a much smaller guy than those guys are. So it's just a bunch of talk. Bivol can beat Beterbiev, though. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe. Maybe not. Dimitri Bivol he can't bust a grape. So good luck. Good luck fighting. Good luck fighting Arthur Beterbiev if you can't bust a grape. You know what I mean? Good luck, because he's gonna get hit. And Beterbiev is a very good fighter, man. He's a very good fighter. He ain't no joke, man. Like that dude really can fight. He doesn't have to now. EJ moved up and he can tune up till retirement. Man, pretty much. Pretty much. Fanon, I see you prefer power over skill. You don't see anything. Adam, what do you mean, Black Adam? I prefer power over skill. What do you mean? I prefer skill with power over skill without power. Yes. What do you mean? I prefer power over skill. Did I say that? It's not an either or proposition. Dimitri Bivol has skill and he has a little power. Beterbiev has skill and he has a lot of power. I prefer skill and power over skill and no power and no skill. Like I have to choose. You think people with power don't have skill? Like, you know what I mean? You out there laying. You out there just laying false choices, man. I prefer power over skill. I don't know. First of all, I never said I knew who was going to win that fight. I would say, okay, he can fight, but he can't bust a grape. So good luck with Beterbiev with nothing to keep him off you. Yeah, I mean, dude, Beterbiev is like, to me, Beterbiev looks like Errol Spence. He doesn't fight the same. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't fight the same, but I'm saying it's the same way that he keeps hitting you. And it's miraculous that some people, they just don't see it. Like, he'll literally clock. I watched Beterbiev clock him with like jab, snapping his head back, jab, snapping his head back, body shot. All these are big booming shots. And at least the commentators didn't see him. Like, dude, like it's only if a punch is, say like a punch lands that's like a 95, right? Like it's like the only power people see are the ones that land at like 95. But you get hit with a bunch of 85s. You get hit with a bunch of 85s. Those hurt. Okay? It's like everybody wants to see a dunk, a 360 dunk or a 3. And you just keep ignoring the layups, the tip backs. You know what I'm saying? You keep ignoring the tip backs, the easy layups. Dude, those are 2 points, just like those are 2 points. It may not get the crowd rolling, but it lands. And that's what Beterbiev was doing, man. Beterbiev was consistently busting that dude up. Same thing with Arrow. Like when Arrow was fighting Danny and Arrow was definitely fighting Ugas. I'm like, do you guys not see that this guy is landing a lot of shots on him? And they say, oh, those are just pity pats. No, that's just a pity pat punch. That punch didn't hurt. That punch didn't. Watch this. That punch didn't hurt. 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 Oh, that punch really didn't hurt. That punch didn't hurt. That punch didn't hurt. And you just keep doing that all the way to 60. You know what I'm saying? Those punches don't hurt. Hey, man, I have a suspicion of all of those punches hurt. You know, like you keep acting like he doesn't keep hitting you. Like he's hitting you over and over and over and over. He keeps hitting you over and over and over and over. And like you guys keep saying, oh, he slipped the punch. He slipped the punch. Yeah, he slipped the punch, but he didn't land one. He slipped it. Oh, I like that. He slipped him and slipped that. He slipped that. He slipped him, but he ain't landing none. You know what I mean? Like, anyway, man, you know, whatever, man. I'm a hater. I know. I'm a hater. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I'll keep being a hater if y'all think that is hating, bro. If you think consistency, people being consistent in what they say, right, and what they do is unimportant, you just think that whatever your guy does and whatever your guy says is right, and you just work backwards from whatever Dev said. Like, you know what I'm saying? You are like, you remember them bracelets people used to wear? What would Jesus do? You know what I mean? Y'all might as well just put that, what would Devin do? Well, if Devin would have done this, that's the right thing to do. You know what I mean? If Devin did this, this is the right thing to do. If Terence would do this, that's the right thing to do. As long as it's my guy that wants to do it, we have to support him. You got to support your brother. Come on, you ain't supporting your brother. Y'all wild, bro. And then turn around, people calling people haters, bro. Mauricio wants to force Callum mandatory on beat. Of course he does. Of course they do. Of course they want to force him on that. Because they want that. They don't want anything to get in the way of Canelo Alvarez getting a Bivol fight, bro. Powerhouse Watson, bro. Don't get blocked. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I like you. Let's not go there because you in your feelings. Don't do it because you. Let's not go there. Let's keep it friendly. Let's keep it friendly. You know you're wrong, so let's keep it friendly. Anyway, Yard is a light heavyweight version of Samuel Peter. His muscular build and retire and is a detriment to latent fights. He also gasses easily. Oh man, dude, I like me some Anthony Yard. I used to really, really like Samuel Peter, bro. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Let's check it. Hey, much love in that cash app, bro. Hey, don't now I'm not gonna block you, OG. Hey, now I'm not gonna, I ain't gonna block you, Powerhouse Watson. Hey, showing some support. Hey, Incel. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Yes, sir, man. I'm not trying to do that, man. I ain't gonna block you, brother. Hey, hold on, Powerhouse Watson. You got a wrench, don't you? Hold on one second, man. Let me check this out. Let me check this out. Let me make sure Powerhouse Watson got that wrench. Yes, you do, bro. Hey, Haney should just fight Shakur next. Oh, you know that. You know that. Move on to Shakur. Move on to Shakur. I ain't gonna block you, brother. Fanon, who wins Beterbiev and Bivol? I don't know. Hey, Fanon, you made a whole song with Fanon. What? You made a whole song, Fanon, with a remix? What you talking about? What song with a remix, bro? Hey, y'all, we got 600 people in the building. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. I know Canelo was very satisfied he didn't sign that contract to fight Beterbiev. Well, he was never going to do it, bro. He was never going to fight. He was never going to do it, bro. What song? The hold up, man, hold up, man, hold up, man, stop song? Did somebody make a song with hold up, man, hold up, man, hold up, man, stop, brother, hold on? I told you. Anyway, bro, bro, oh my goodness gracious. Is that the song? Hold up, man, stop, hold on, no, don't speak, stop, don't talk, don't talk, don't talk, don't talk, don't talk, don't talk. Dog, how you gonna have an argument with somebody and just tell them not to talk? Just stop talking. Will you just stop talking? Just stop talking. Stop, nope, stop. Whole bunch of people do that too. Whole bunch of people, bro. Whole bunch of people do that. They just stop talking. Like, no, man, I'm not going to change my point. I'm not moving over there. I'm not doing none of that, bro. Okay? I'm not doing that. I'm not. Hey, for now, where do you think Devin goes after the last fight on Top Rank into retirement? He's going to fight with Top Rank the rest of his career, bro. Right, or maybe back to the zone. I don't know. I don't see him going to the PBC, though. I'm going to tell you what I don't see. I don't see any PBC in his future. That I do not see. I don't see that. Not that. Because you guys, I'm telling you, man, there's a misconception here, man. PBC doesn't do all that matchmaking. Y'all act like. Y'all can complain about the big fights not being made, but you cannot complain about hard fights not being made. Let me repeat this. You can say all you want about big fights not being made. You cannot say hard fights aren't getting made. Those guys are forever making hard fights, bro. You think Allen them holding a grudge? No, I don't know if they're holding. Let me put it this way, Peem. No, he's going to have to fight some real dogs. He's going to have to fight some dogs for his money. No joke. At 140 and 147, and you're with the PBC, you're going to be fighting some dogs. You're going to be fighting some dogs. They don't coddle people in the PBC. You say what you want. They don't coddle people in the PBC. It's easy to say that Gervonta is going to beat the guy he's fighting because Gervonta is good like that. But look what they did with Gary Antoine Russell. Look what they did at 154 pounds. Man, Jermall Charlo had to fight all kind. What's going on, Noop? Jermall Charlo had to fight all kind of difficult, awkward fights. All kind of difficult, awkward fights. Like, dude, people act like somebody fighting Matt Korobov is like Matt Korobov was some easy fight. Dude, that is an awkward southpaw fighter that nobody wanted to fight. That can make you look bad. Same thing with Sergey Deverenchenko. Sergey Deverenchenko is a tough out, especially at the time that Jermall Charlo fought him. Look at him. Look at what Jermell had to do. Jermell had to fight Tony Harrison, and he had to fight Erickson Lubin, and he would have had to fight Jared Hurd. And look at who Jared Hurd had to fight. Jared Hurd had to fight Lara. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Errol Spence Jr., look who he's had to fight. He's had to fight. Think about this. He has had to fight guys, a bunch of guys that are tough outs. He had to fight Kell Brook over there in the UK. He had to fight Sean Porter. He had to fight Danny Garcia. He just got put as a mandatory for Keith Thurman. He had to fight Ugas. You say Mikey Garcia is easy money. He wasn't easy money to anybody else before that. You know? Like, these dudes are not pushovers, man. That these fights these guys having. Look at Jerron, look at Deontay Wilder. He had to fight Luis Ortiz. Nobody wanted to fight Luis Ortiz. He had to fight Luis Ortiz. Hey, Chicken Talk said, I'm a gambler, so I always watching the odds. PBC odds are way closer than those other companies, and it's not even close. I'm telling you, man, they always got a fight where I'm looking at it like, God dog, why are you doing it to him? I mean, shoot, Adrian Broner wasn't lying. He's like, look, man, to get it, yeah, I can make that much money, but I got to fight King Kong. I got to fight King Kong to get it. Like, dude, Wilder ain't a cakewalk for none of those dudes. Luis Ortiz was not a cakewalk for these dudes, man. like, look what happened to Adam Kwanaki with Robert Helenius. They don't match make. You know what I'm saying? They don't do over matchmaking. So you can screw up and put somebody like Chris Colbert in there with Hector Garcia. Man, Hector Garcia is not an easy fight, which, I'm sorry, brings me back to the point of somebody saying that he wasn't good enough to be their sparring partner. Man, you guys I'm telling you, all this trolling, man. Dude, I don't have to support trolling. I don't have to do it. Jermaine, no, there's no truth to that whatsoever about Rolly fighting Ryan in April and the winner gets tanked. No, he has nothing to do with that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Adam got upset 3 times. He's done at this. He's done at this point. I'm telling you, they ain't no worries, Jermaine. I'm telling you that. So no, I don't see him going over there. He goes over there, dude. He's gonna have some. Dude, there's gonna have some people funny. Dog, you can get hit sideways from a guy from Argentina. Let me tell you this for sure. You can get hit sideways with a guy from Argentina. Believe it. You can get tripped up with some awkward fighter from Argentina. And you're like, where did this guy come from? He doesn't fight anything like I've seen. You just get fights like that out of the PBC. You know what I'm saying? Hector hit his Colbert with that, yeah, and Gutierrez too. And Villa versus, exactly. I'm telling you. So no, I don't see him. Nope, I agree. Bud is fighting bums. Bud is taking cherry picks. Bud is cherry picking. You know what Alexis Roche is. You know what Alexis Roche is. Just, man, no way. We found out about Frank Martin last year, and he went from prospect to contender in a year. Yeah. I'm telling you. People always talking about how the PBC doesn't make big fights. Top Rank makes a ton of mismatches. They make a lot of mismatches. A lot of fights where you know the outcome. Like, that was the Top Rank card last time was over there in the UK. But no, Joe, yeah, Vito Melanecki. So, shoot. So is Rayo. Isn't Rayo fighting on the PBC card? The guy that was in there with David Benavidez? The guy that was getting trained by David Benavidez's father? I believe that's one too. Yes. Roche is a cherry. Yes. Loving it. Kidding me? Like, yes, he's a cherry. You know what's coming from that, man. That dude gets touched up. No, dude, no. Errol Spence Jr. would, dog, let me put it this way. Ask Valenzuela, exactly, Valenzuela about De Los Santos, the replacement opponent from the Dominican Republic. Yeah, they got a lot of those dudes, man. Roche, Blair Cobbs, and Speedy Rashidi Ellis. Look, man, I'm telling you, if people talk about the big fights, but they don't want to talk about all the mismatches that go on at Top Rank. Top Rank has mismatch after mismatch after mismatch. You know the winner, the 80% who's going to win that fight. For example, let's take one of the fighters that I like. The 122-pounder, the 126-pounder out of Cuba, Robeisy Ramirez. I do believe he's at 126. He is about to fight Isaac Dogboe. Isaac Dogboe is the new Richard Commey. Isaac Dogboe is Richard Commey 2.0. Exactly. People have to fight Brian Castano. Somebody that is very difficult to hit, very good fighter, and makes every fight ugly. What happens when you get a fighter like that with Top Rank? Top Rank will get rid of him. They'll get rid of the fighter. Nah, I don't like that style. That style's not appealing. We don't like the style. The style's not appealing. It's not appealing. And since it's not appealing, nah, y'all can keep that. Hey, y'all hit that like button today, man, if y'all would not mind. Hey, would y'all mind? We got 600 people in the building. We only got 360 likes, man. Y'all hit that like button, man. Golden Boy should send him a fruit basket as part of courting him. Bud would love that. Hey, man, look, they're not going to make difficult fights for him because Top Rank doesn't make Golden Boy really doesn't make difficult fights for anybody. Like I'm telling you, I think they messed up. Canelo messed up with Dimitri Bivol. He messed up with Dimitri Bivol because he thought he knew that style. And Dimitri Bivol wound up being a better fighter than he thought. But he still fit that mold. You know what I mean? And like Matchroom keeps falling apart, keeps losing fights because those UK fighters just aren't very good. I'm telling you, those UK fighters, they continually lose. Continually lose. Who was the one that lost last time? Another UK fighter bit the dust to an Argentine this weekend, didn't they? It was some UK fighter got beat by an Argentine again this weekend. Like the Americans to American fighters is tough. South American, North American, Central American, doesn't matter. Ryan Clark says, so PBC is evidently putting on good fights for fans and compensate fighters well. Fair to say they're good for boxing, huh? Another narrative debunked. Of course. What are the big fights you've seen? And who are involved in them? The PBC. The biggest fight in the UK. Watch this. The biggest fight in the UK in this century was on a Showtime card. It was on a Showtime card. When Showtime partnered with HBO on Anthony Joshua versus Klitschko. Also, I mean, Showtime has something to do with it too. So you have Showtime that literally made Anthony Joshua in the United States. Made him. What does Eddie Hearn do? Jump ship and runs to the zone. I'm telling you, man, you people think that the model of boxing is not bad. The model is not bad. It's the actors in it. It is the actors in it. No joke. If we're being honest, Canelo versus Bivol fight wasn't even entertaining. No, it really wasn't that entertaining. But, I mean, I liked it because, seriously, dude, I got so sick of, like Juan, I'm going to tell you, I was a Canelo Alvarez fan. I was a Canelo Alvarez fan. But Canelo got close to Eddie Hearn. Man, if Canelo, if Canelo would fight people, man, God dog, man. We could have so many great fights. So many big fights could have been made with Canelo that Canelo did not take. So many of them. So many of them. Bud has now earned the Duck of the Century award. Yeah, he's definitely Duck of the last decade. He's the Duck of the decade so far. He's definitely Duck of the Century so far. I'm sure that somebody is going to take a cue and do the same thing. But also, he was hyped up. Also, he was hyped up. And I blame myself for that. I blame myself in part for that. I should have been listening to Team Sator the entire time. Ohio style lyrics in the building. What's going on, man? How you feeling? I should have been doing the same thing. I should have been like, you know what? He isn't fighting anybody. I've not seen him in a tough fight yet. I've not seen him in a tough fight yet. Where anybody thought he had anybody really like until he like, yeah, just like almost kind of like with Shakur. I want to be like, well, you know, I'll see it. I'll have to sign off on Shakur now when I see Shakur in a fight that I think he can lose. You know, I'm not going for the top rank, the top rank smoke and mirrors anymore, man. Yeah, but that was, yeah, Bowe, Duck, and Lennox was bad. But it wasn't this bad. Still pissed they put a debut fighter on a top world championship fight Saturday on British Boxing Control. Reffing and commission was failing too. Much luck. Who do they put on there? Who do they put a debut fighter on there? No, look, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you why I don't think Riddick, Bowe, and I'm going to tell you why I don't think Riddick, Bowe, and Lennox Lewis is as bad, because I've already seen Lennox Lewis knock out Riddick Bowe. Nah, I already saw the fight. I knew he wasn't going to beat him because I already knew the outcome. We know why he didn't fight. And ain't nobody really doubting it. He didn't take that fight because he had already been knocked out by the guy. Lennox Lewis already knocked out Riddick Bowe. Yeah, he knocked him out. So it's obvious why he didn't do it, because Lennox Lewis more than likely was going to knock him out. It wasn't going to be different with Lennox Lewis. T. Orlando Pearson, it wasn't going to be different with Lennox Lewis. There's nobody doubting who the better fighter is. Bowe knew, I knew, Lennox Lewis knew, Mike Tyson knew, Evander Holyfield knew, the networks knew, the WBC knew, everybody knew what was going to happen in that fight. No joke. That fight was not going to be close. There was a guy on the British card fighting on the television fights with 96 losses. Can't make it. Yeah, the UK got a lot of those guys, though. A lot, because they got so many club fights. Just like Mexico has a lot of those. So that makes it $100. At least Bud fans can argue. That's why I'm saying it's a bigger duck for Bud. It's a bigger duck for Bud. Because Bud is blaming it on the other guy. Riddick Bowe never pretended like he was going to take the fight. He didn't fake it. He didn't fake. He just said, no, you can have it. I'm not doing it. He punked out in front of everybody. You can have it. I'm not doing it. He didn't lie about it. He didn't say, oh, I want to fight him and go try to fight somebody else. And then, nah, man, he didn't do all of that. You know what I mean? He didn't do all of that. Bud did all that extra stuff. Nah. Yep. He said, nah, I'm good. Yeah. He said, nah, I'm good. Here you go. He can have the belt. You can have the belt. Rock Newman knew it too. No, that's not going to work. It's nope, you're going to get beat by that guy. Nope, no thank you. He punked out. Hey, man, and so you know the deal. There's no, well, I wonder what would have happened if. I wonder what would have happened if these guys had fought. None of that. This is Terence Crawford saying, I don't need him. I'm already in the Hall of Fame. Nah, 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 nah. It's a different thing, man. It's a different thing. Right? Riddick Bowe wasn't gonna win that fight, man. Corporate media is silent about Top Rank's restraining order against Regis Prograis. Feel bad for Sandor Martin. Just got robbed against T.O. in a BS 10-round eliminator, and T.O. then proceeds to duck the champ. Look, man, the Top Rank does not make fights that they don't think their guys are going to win. Unless it's against another guy that they're trying to bring up. Top Rank doesn't make 50-50 fights. They don't do it. And that is where Bud made his name. That's where Bud wanted to remain. Bars. That's where he made his name. That's where he wanted to remain. Rummy's corner, Bowe had agreed to fight Lewis years later, but it didn't happen. Hey, man, it is what it is, man. He agreed to fight him years later, but I'm just talking about that particular fight. Errol Spence said it's a lot of smoke and mirrors out there. There is. Watch the Top Rank cards. It's a waste. Do you gamble on Top Rank cards? Like I said, watch what Robeisy Ramirez is about to fight. He's about to fight Isaac Dogboe. And I do believe he's about to fight him at 126 when Isaac Dogboe was too small for Navrati at 122. You know? No, man. They complain about the hard fights are the ones made by the PBC. The you know what's going to happen fights are the ones that are happening at Top Rank. I will tell you, though, that Matchroom will screw up. But I think they'll screw up because they just don't have the level of fighter that they can do that with. Carl Frampton is going to lose because Carl Frampton's not that good. See, they have a problem of having to elevate. They have the top Matchroom's problem is that they have to sell you UK domestic fighters as international stars. So they'll run into somebody from Argentina and lose. They'll run into some no-name, somebody you ain't never heard of from Mexico City with 5 losses and get the brakes beaten off of them. You know what I mean? They don't have the level of fighter to be able to do that with. But since Top Rank is pulling out Olympians, since they like to sign Olympians and they want to build Olympians, think about the number of Olympians that go to Top Rank. Top Rank loves this. Top Rank loves to go to the Olympics and pull out the best fighter from the Olympics. I said Carl Frampton. I meant Josh Warrington, not Frampton. I think Carl Frampton was legitimately a world level fighter. World class level fighter. He's just done. Carl Frampton, I think, is a world class level fighter. It's Josh Warrington that's a domestic fighter. Josh Warrington is a headbutt elbow type of guy. Headbutt elbow. And I suspect a good amount of juice. You know what I mean? That's what I think. I could be 100% wrong. I think he's nothing but juice and headbutts. That's me. I'm here for boxing, brother. What's going on, man? How you feeling? Thank you for being here, brother, and thank you for always supporting the channel. And thank you to everybody that supports in the super chat and everybody that supports in the Cash App. Thank you guys very, very, very much. Well, they did actually have a fight signed in 94, but Lewis got upset by McCall. So Bowe was actually going to fight Lennox later. Oh, okay. I don't remember all the details around that. So Voice of God Boxing, you're better than me. I'll take your words at that. Josh Warrington is not Top Rank. Josh Warrington is Matchroom. I'm telling you, Josh Warrington is Matchroom. And Matchroom has that problem. Matchroom has that problem. Just like Frank Warren has that problem. Most of their fighters they're popular fighters that sell tickets and all of that in the UK are domestic level fighters. There is no domestic scene in the United States. There's no domestic scene here. You are going to fight world class or you are not going to fight. Period. You're not going to fight guys from the neighborhood across. You're not going to be like, there are no, the Chicago champion is going to be fighting, Chicago's champion is going to be fighting Detroit's champion. And we're going to have an arena, a boxing arena on the north side of Chicago where we can get 15,000 locals from Chicago to enjoy a night of beer and watch their local boxers fight. That doesn't take place in the United States. If you think about how things are, like, you watch them long enough, you know, oh, these are like regional fighters. And people are buying tickets to regional fights because they're right there. Everybody's in the same place and they like boxing. You know? Much love, Kamal Oz, for that huge support, brother. And I'm here for the boxing said, for the best channel on YouTube. Salute, sir. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, bro. But I will tell you, I will body you, bro. There ain't no slipping. There ain't no slipping. And trust me, I'm gonna tell you for sure, it could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse. Definitely could have been a lot worse. Yeah, the Golden Boy takes the cake. No way should Alexis Rosa be minus 3,300 to anyone. What do you, Alexis, Golden Boy, against Errol? I mean, against Terence? Yeah, it's going to be something like that. It's a fight you know the outcome to. You're going there just to see him fight. That's it. Johnny Player in the building. What's going on, brother? How you feeling, man? Hope life is treating you well, bro. Dude said minus 3,300. I mean, it is what it is, man. Thank you for the support, Lonzo Turner, brother. Thanks for holding down the chat. And thank you to everybody that supports in the super chat. It really is the support that matters. It's not this number. It's not the 600 people, bro. Trust me. It's not the 600 people. 600 people. Alonzo Turner said, if Bud doesn't fight EJ or Ugas, he gets no respect from me. If I see him in public, I'd act like I don't know him. I mean, look, man, pretty much just keep it pushing. If he actually signs with Golden Boy, bro, you're your own boss, huh? But you can't sign with Al Heyman. You'll consider, let me watch this. Let me get this straight. Oscar De La Hoya gets sued by Canelo Alvarez for playing with his money, and Canelo Alvarez leaves. But you'll trust Oscar De La Hoya, but you won't trust Al Heyman. How does that work? Let me ask anybody here. If you had to choose for your son or daughter to sign with one or two people, and you had to sign, you don't know anything else about them, but you had to trust one guy or the other, who are you going to sign with? Al Heyman or Oscar De La Hoya? I think I may run with Al. Just now, if you don't have any choice, hey, man, you go with whoever's going to do. Now, if you're a young, exciting Mexican fighter, oh, man, why not sign? Hey, I'm not signing with fake abs Oscar. Oh, man, them abs was funny, bro. Them abs was, I'm like, bro, your abs weren't that big when you was fighting. Hey, man, you know your abs are fakes when you literally can bend over, touch your toes, and you can still see them. Crawfish is on the run, man. Crawfish ain't on the run. That crawfish sitting right in that pond. He's sitting right at the top of that pond. We know where he is. If Al is a slave master, what would other look, bro? Right there should tell you the way that they talk about him. The way that they talk about him. The things that they said about him. He trusted an Irish, Kamal Oz said he trusted an exiled Irish crime lord, cartel, Kinahan, over Al Heyman. What that is you just want to win. You just don't like the team. It's like, I'll never sign for the, you know what it is? Al Heyman is the Green Bay Packers. I'm never going to, that's like, I will never sign for the Green Bay Packers. I will never sign with the Green Bay Packers. Why? Because I'm from Chicago. We hate the Packers. I'm not going to sign with the Green Bay Packers. No way. Why? That's like how Walter Payton would look at the Green Bay Packers. No, not going there. Why? Because they're the Green Bay Packers. We hate the Green Bay Packers. I can't go signing a deal with the Green Bay Packers. I'll go to any other team but the Green Bay Packers. That's it. That's what that is. We do not like Al Heyman in the PBC because I'm really top ranked till I die. That's the truth. He's really top ranked till he dies. Just like Tim Bradley is top ranked till he's top ranked till it's over. He's top rank. He is going to ride with top rank. Period. He's loyal to top rank. And being loyal to top rank means you don't like the PBC. I don't know if if you can be loyal to, kind of like, I think Andre Ward is loyal to, very, very loyal to James Prince. And James Prince is loyal to top rank. Right? I'm not saying loyal to Bob Arum. I'm talking about loyal to top rank. I do believe, I don't even know, is Andre Ward the only James Prince fighter that I know of that doesn't fight with top rank? Oh, I understand what that is because he used to be able to have, because he was with HBO at the time. Because Andre Ward was at HBO. So they could do business straight with HBO. Yeah, but he's loyal to James Prince. So to me, it just seems like there's that little division of black fighters that are never going to, that do not rock with Floyd, don't rock with Al Heyman. Similarly, a lot of those dudes couldn't stand Don King, you know. Hey, thank you for supporting Mike Kirkland, brother. Big time support. Thank you, bro. Said Oscar might go both ways, but he had a warrior's heart to fight the best. Can't say the same about Crawford. I don't think he, not that it's worth, I don't think that that's true, Mike Kirkland. I don't think that I just think he likes women. I just think he likes women. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just, you know, he just, you know, likes women to do a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? I think he just likes women, bro. I'm just being real. I have nothing to see that I've said that he doesn't like, that he just, you know, he is what he is, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Just keep it off camera, man. Keep it off camera. You know what I mean? Just keep it off camera. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Look, man. Look, dude. Yes, everything he's been accused of with women. He's not been accused of anything with anybody but women. I'm just saying. But what he's you know what I mean? Like I said, dude, I just use logic. Okay? I just use logic. That's still a woman. He may want to be a woman. Like, he may want to pretend like he may like women so much he wants to pretend he is one every once in a while. Just take it off camera, man. Just take it off camera, bro. That's too much, man. Lonzo in the bill said, Dud might as well go to the Oscar call. No, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't put that on him, dog. Don't put that on him, dog. That ain't right, bro. Lonzo in the building. Thank you for that support, bro. You say you wrong for that for now. Hey, dog, look, man, I like to deal in things that are logical, okay? You know what I mean? I don't know what y'all get into. It's y'all business. All of that stuff. It's y'all business, bro. God said, change subject, please. I don't have a mind. Hey, no problem. Trust me. Hey, look, bro, you guys can think what you want. All I'm telling you is, hey, man, it is what it is, bro. I don't know, man. You know what I mean? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Hey, did you talk about Kell Brook video that I don't talk about that, Earl Robinson? That's that man's business, man. That's that man's business. Who am I? Who am I to point a finger at him, bro? I've never done that I've never done that specifically, but dog, I have definitely rolled up I've definitely, rolled up plants and engaged in other things. So, I'm not gonna point my finger at him about that, man. Man, whatever. That's a grown man. That's a grown man. That man's doing what that grown man did. That man has had a professional career, pays his bills. You know what I mean? I ain't about to sit there and feel sorry for him or judge him or none of that. You know what I mean? No. Brooke was just, in the clouds a little bit. Nah, brother. He was just, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? White lines going through my mind. That's what that's Kell. Nah. But anyway, like I said, man, I don't even care, bro. The pride of East LA. Hey, man, it is. Hey, man. Hey, man, look, I don't want to get into it anymore, man. That's their business. That is not my business. That's their business. Okay. What they do is they ain't got nothing to do with me. I just try to keep it boxing. Okay. And the fact of the matter is that Oscar De La Hoya was a great fighter and a way better competitor than Terence Crawford is. I'm going to tell you this. God dog, there ain't no comparison. No comparison between Oscar De La Hoya and Terence Crawford's careers. No comparison. None. Oscar De La Hoya is most definitely got way more heart than Terence Crawford. Okay? Any day of the week. Any day of the week. I thank you. Considering what people are doing now, thank you, Oscar De La Hoya, for your career. Oscar De La Hoya's career is way better than Canelo Alvarez's. Way better. Because he literally fought. He was the A side, and he was the A side that fought everybody. So I will respect Oscar De La Hoya's boxing career forever. Absolutely, positively. Will take, if people would behave in the ring like Oscar De La Hoya did, we wouldn't have none of this. Because Oscar De La Hoya didn't do none of that. None of it. None of it. He fought everybody, with the exception of Winky Wright. But God dog, you can't fight every single solitary person. Anybody that will fight, go from Julio Cesar Chavez to Shane Mosley multiple times, to Floyd Mayweather Jr., to being over the hill and fighting Manny Pacquiao and fighting Manny Pacquiao and fighting Bernard Hopkins and fighting Tito Trinidad. Dog, ain't no comparison. You know, if let me put it this way. If you had to do what Oscar De La Hoya did in order to get into the Hall of Fame, ain't no way in the world Bud Crawford's getting in there. Ain't no way. Fought Purnell. Ain't no way in the world. Ike Corte. Ain't no way in the world. Okay? No way that man is going to get into the Hall of Fame. If Oscar De La Hoya is the criteria, you can wrap that up, bro. You can wrap it. He's not like look at Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr. Why you playing? Fought James Toney and Bernard Hopkins and Joe Calzaghe and went to heavyweight and he fought Antonio Tarver and he fought Antonio Tarver twice. Ike Corte. Come on, man. Come on, man. Errol is doing that because you can say, well, what has Errol done? He fought Mikey Garcia and Kell Brook and Sean Porter and if he fights Keith Thurman and your Danis Ugas. He fought all of those guys. And Bud wouldn't fight him because I've made it. I've already beaten you, Julius Ndungo. Man, you guys got to be kidding. And Fernando Vargas. I can forget people that Oscar De La Hoya fought. You know what I'm saying? And Felix Sturm, even though I thought he lost that Felix Sturm fight. Come on, man. I mean, come on. Like, come on. Yeah, exactly. Oscar fought some crazy competition. Yes. He's an Olympic gold medalist. He came in, he fought everybody. He gave people chances. He didn't, dude, come on, man. Now, he was a little cheap. You know, he may have been a little cheap on a couple occasions. But no joke. Isn't Mr. Potato Head? He's on the, yeah, he stayed with Top Rank, so they got him in. Don't worry, Timmy. We'll get you in there. Don't worry, Tim. We'll get you in there. We'll get you in there. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. We'll get you in. Half a Top Rank is in the Hall of Fame, bro. Half a Top Rank. Look, I believe probably half of the people voting for the International Hall of Fame probably are from Top Rank. You got Rick Glazier voting for the Hall of Fame. Rick Glazier. That tells you right there. They're going to get their guy in, okay? So, yeah, it is. Salute for now. Great show. Thank you, Joseph Green. Yeah, hey, man, I appreciate you saying it's a great show. He never fought. Vernon Forrest died. Yeah, he never fought. I mean, God dog, man, you got to fight everybody? You got to fight everybody? Everybody? I thought Oscar lost to also Will Wright. Lost to who? I thought, he definitely lost to Purnell. I thought he lost to Purnell. I thought he lost to Felix Sturm. He also ran from Tito, which was, you know, he wasn't trying to get beat up. So he hit them bites, so he hit that pedal and kept going. Batty Rich in the building. Thank you, brother. He said, the fact, 1 second, man. I'm going to be right back then. I'm going to be into that chat. Give me 1 second. Bad. Bizak in the building. The fact that when they asked Bud about his legacy first of the legacy, one of the first things he says is undefeated fighter. Kind of tells me that he's protecting that old dang shame. After all these years, Gamboa moving up is his best win. Yeah, I'm undefeated. And that's what I'm telling you. He's gonna retire undefeated. He just doesn't want to lose. I'm going to be, and he seems like a type of guy that I just don't want to lose. I'm as great as Floyd Mayweather. I never lost. Yeah, but you also never fought nobody. So, you know, You also never fought anybody. I'm undefeated in boxing. Undefeated. Nobody's ever beaten me in a boxing ring in a professional fight because I never had one. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you're bragging about not trying. That's what it looks like Bud is doing to me. He's bragging about not trying. Like it's a con job, man. It's a lot. At this point, it's just a con job. I owe Oscar money because I was stealing them fights in the late 90s. What? Brock Howard, you could steal fights in the late 90s? You're lying. No, you couldn't. You couldn't steal pay-per-views in the 1990s. What do you mean? You could steal pay-per-view fights in the 1990s? You don't say. No, you couldn't. People just started stealing fights in 2019 when the PBC, they can only steal PBC fights. They couldn't steal any of those fights that Oscar De La Hoya had on pay-per-view. What do you mean? It's times have changed because I was born in 2000. Nothing was like this before I was born. Dog, that's the one thing, man, I got to tell y'all. Let me tell you something. You know, you ever want to get smarter? Let me tell y'all young people something. Let me tell you guys that are younger than the age of 25, if you're listening. You can get smart real quick by not thinking that everything has changed since you were born. Okay? There were still telephones and communications before you were born. There weren't these type of phones. And no, it wasn't as easy to do it, but there were still phones. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Things have not changed nearly as much as you think they've changed. We look at things and say, oh, this is different, that is different. But really, if you just go back, we were dealing with the same things that our parents were dealing with. Our parents used rotary phones. We got to press buttons. Our parents, my parents, and their parents were listening on the radio. Oh, we're so much better because we have TV. Now you have TV in your pocket. This is still TV. You know, hip hop is just the new bebop. But I'm telling you, history doesn't repeat itself, but it always rhymes. We are still human beings, and we still do the same basic things human beings have always done. You are just getting led astray by this idea that something is new and unique because people have to always sell you something that's new and different. It's not new. It's not different. Okay? It's not new. It ain't new. It may be new, but it ain't in its essence any different. Hey, Jim Jean-Pierre, brother, thank you for the support, Jim Jean-Pierre. Blessings to you, brother. Y'all remember when you have kids. Love the fact that you're being sarcastic. Oh, I am being sarcastic. I'm being very sarcastic, but at the same time, I'm telling you the truth. Stop acting like everything's new under the sun. It's not. If you want to understand the future, go to the past. It's easy. If you want to understand why things are happening, why people are doing, just go back to the past. If you want to know why somebody's conning you on YouTube, people were conning before people got to YouTube. People been lying for a very long time. People they didn't just invent it, brother. Trust me. Nah, Fanon, technology is much more enhanced. I get what you're saying. Let me tell you, Timothy Stoudemire, enhancement is not change. It's enhancement. It's just enhancement. It's just slower. People wrote a lot of letters. Okay? You're literally, people did, dog, it's not that much of a change, bro. Yes, they did. They popped up. Yes, they had pop-up ads. You crazy? Drive down the street, bro. You will see billboards all over the place. Look, man, ain't nothing new, brother. That's what I said. I get what you say. Okay, that's what's up. Thank you, Timothy Stoudemire. I appreciate you, bro. De La Hoya's pay-per-views, WWF and WF pay-per-views. People were been stealing pay-per-views forever, bro. Like, it just forever, bro. They've been stealing forever. People been cheating and people been catfishing and doing all kind of stuff forever. You know what I mean? That dude named Dave, my dad had a black box for over 15 years, dating back to the very first pay-per-view. We had it for the for the Tyson-Lewis fight in 2002. Had a huge fight party. People been stealing since the start. Exactly, brother. They had boxes. Yes, people were stealing fights. Yes, they were stealing fights. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you, bro. With AOL trial CDs in every magazine. You got that right. Bro, nobody was stealing fights with dial-up. Stop it. Yes, they were, dummy. Because watch this, dummy. Let me tell you somebody to be a dummy. See, this is, hey, thank you for being a volunteer dummy. Thank you for being a volunteer dummy. There was pay-per-view before there was massive use of the internet. Duh. People had direct cables coming into their house. You didn't search the internet. You had cables, dummy. That's why I'm saying you should shut up. They didn't have pay-per-view on the internet because they had it through cables. It went from analog signals to digital signals. And eventually they increased the bandwidth of the cables so that you can now have things going and coming. Boy, shut up. That's why I'm telling you, shut up. People would literally go and get on their roof and they would take a cable. If you paid for cable, somebody would go to your cable box and connect a cable from yours. They had called a splitter. They would put a splitter on it. They would take yours when it goes into one thing. Then they would have two outs, and they would put your out in one and their out in another one. And it would go into your house and their house. It's called a splitter. Dude, stop talking. That's what I mean. Man, wasn't nobody stealing fights with no dial-up. Hey, bro, and you know what else they had? They had pagers. Oh, you couldn't get to nobody fast. Yes, you could. They had pagers. And they used to have a lot of, watch this, they had a lot of pagers and they had a lot of public telephones. So if somebody paged you, all you had to do was walk to the corner, put a quarter in, call the number, and say, "What's up?" And then they just put another quarter in it. If you have 15 seconds left, put another quarter in there to get the rest of the gossip. Okay? This is stupid. Stop acting like we invented what you're using. How about this? How about everything that you're using, we invented? But guess what we did? We took what we were using and we improved it. Okay? We did not go from 0 to 100. Okay? Somebody started with a telegraph. And then they said, "Ooh, let's increase the signal." And then they went to a phone. Ring, ring, ring. Operator, connect me with 7459-732. And then they got rid of the operator to dial your numbers for you. and connect you, and they gave you numbers. And then they went from numbers, and they're still on numbers. You still on the number system, still on the individual number system. Anyway, man. No, they're not paying me for education, bro. They're just dumb youngins. Man, will y'all shut up? Like I said, if you want to get smarter, stop thinking everything's new when it got to you. So you'll stop being fooled so easily. You guys are fooled so easily. All they got to do is tell you it's new and different and put a new shine on it. That's it, bro. That's it. And it's new. Man, stop it. So we invented this. Anyway, I got to get you out of here, bro. I got to get you out of here. You messing with my support, bro. He said my dad had one of those 100 pound brick cell phones. Bro, we had computers. I had a home computer in 1980. Okay? Like in 1980. You also call your parents on a phone, play collect, and when they say your name, you say, Mom, pick me up real quick and hang up. So anyway, oh, I forgot. They've been stealing since LimeWire, but it has increased tremendously. I remember that LimeWire. You're right. No, it's just easier. It's dude. If somebody wanted to steal a boxing match, they were stealing a boxing match, and they've been doing it. But anyway, it is what it is, bro. Don't worry about it. Just wait around till you have kids. Just wait. Just wait. So you're telling me the number of black boxes, people with analog signals coming from double outside is equal to shut your dumb ass up, bro. Now, shut up. Now you want to jump to, oh, now you're saying that they were equal to the number. Shut up, clown. You said nobody was using dial-ups, and now you're changing your story. Shut up and go away, bro. Shut up and go away. Now you're just trying to switch it up. Get out of here, clown. Anyway, you get one stupid argument a day. That's it. You don't get to switch them up and make another one. Dummy. And yeah, they were stealing and dial up too, by the way. Yeah, they would steal and dial up as well. Anyway, everyone in Chicago had a black box in the 80s and 90s. We're only paying $12 a month. Yeah, exactly, bro. I mean, just look, bro. Yes, people were stealing a lot. For 9, it was equal because my whole hood used to watch the fights with. Exactly. You get one person in front of your TV and everybody comes over there. Like, man, you think people ain't going to find a way to steal, you idiot? You think it was equal to it? It was definitely equal to it in 2015. Man, I forgot all about LimeWire, man. I forgot all about that. Anyway, man, let's get back on the boxing, man. Can we get back on the boxing? I don't want to keep talking to you young dummies. You young dummies keep being stupid, okay? No worries. You keep doing you. Hey, you, Mr. Watts, you keep doing you. Knock yourself out, brother. Hey, little Kamal said, I remember LimeWire and Napster. Hold on, man. Kamal Oz, you saying that there was something called Napster and people weren't stealing with Napster, even though that's exactly what it means? Steal it. John Moy said, don't miss my doctor's appointment. Shout out, dang, miss my doctor's appointment. Shout out to everybody. Hey, man, thank you, John Boy, for the support, bro. Man, like, y'all just got to stop, man. Okay? Just stop. Not trying to hear. Wait for you guys to catch up, okay? Not waiting for you to catch up. That's why you talk to older people, bro, because they've been here, and they're not making it up. Okay, you're just getting your getting your ego twisted in it because you want to act like you know more than they. Like you're in a rush to know more than they do. Dog, save it for the people younger than you. Okay, save all that for the people younger than you, because sooner or later there's going to be more people younger than you than older than you. It's just a matter of time. But I suspect you thought you knew more than your parents when you were 10. Guess what? You didn't. So it ain't changed now that you're 22. It ain't changed. Batty Rich said, I was a crook on LimeWire. Hey, man, you know they be stealing that stuff, man. Come on, man. These cats are tripping. Much love to that super chat. Whoa, why does it sound like that? Anyway, man, for one person on this block hook, on the block, hook it up and put the TV outside so everyone on the block will watch. Yeah, bro, and that's what they did with the radio too. Everybody opened their windows so everybody heard the fight on the radio. Man, stop, man. People who did not have radios heard the radio show. Come on, man. Come on. Like, come on. It's not new. It's human. It's how humans behave. It's how animals behave. People adapt. Some things change. But stop it with all that dumb stuff. Downloading an album on LimeWire guaranteed that three songs were not going to be the three songs were not going to be the song. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I forget all that LimeWire stuff, man. Anyway, these days, the kids these days don't know what a cassette or who Michael Jackson is, or who MJ was, but want Jordans. I mean, and look, man, I'm telling you, it's a cheat. Old people are a cheat code. They're a cheat code. Really is. Older people are a cheat code. Go back and listen to them. And you'll be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Wow. How'd you know that? Because somebody already pulled the same story. I'm telling you, YouTube channels. We'll get back to YouTube channels. No, that's why I'm tell you. Hold it, man, stop. Dude, it ain't because I just guessed. Hey, I'm going to talk to you, and you know what you're going to say? Hold it, man, stop. Hold it, man, stop. Let me ask you a question. Oh, you're a bad person. You're just a hater. Oh, man, so you're telling me that. So you're telling me that there's way more people doing this than there used to be? You're telling me there's just as many people that could do splitters as can go to a website? Is that what you're saying? So you're wrong about that. So you tell me that I'm wrong about something that I didn't say. Putting something in the air that I didn't say and arguing with it. I don't have to know that you didn't invent that. People have been doing it for centuries, and the people have been doing it forever. You're only going to do what people have been doing forever. You're just going to do it differently. Or you may try to do it on somebody that doesn't know. Okay? Please. That's why I say I'm not a rookie. I'm not a rookie. I'm not going to debate y'all about something that ain't debatable. It's just a fact. The sun is in the sky. If you want to sit here and talk to me about the sun not being in the sky for half an hour and say, well, really, how do you know it's in the sky? Because there's clouds up there. Is it in the sky when the clouds is up there? When those clouds move, that sun's still going to be there. 12 o'clock noon is going to be right there. Why? Because that's how it works. It's just a fact. No, homie. You need to support me. Why are you hating on a brother by saying the sun's right there? Because what you're really trying to tell me that every sun in the universe is going to blow green. What? Anything to hold up, man, stop. Stop. Anyway. Say, yeah, they was getting cooked. Fanon, you talk about tick off. Oh, you about to tick off the flat earthers. Let me tell you, even the flat earthers can say something. Show me the hook. For all intents and purposes, the world is flat. For all intents and purposes. That's what I would say if I was one of them. For all intents and purposes, it might as well be flat. You can't walk around and all of a sudden you start feeling like you're going to tip over and look that way. Your sense of up, down, left, and right is all based on your body. And even the perception of things being physical and not physical, or perceptions in your mind. So really, but that's at the end of the day, I don't want to do that. I understand. But show me some evidence. Look, dude, I will tell you exactly how people try to con you, because there is a finite amount of ways. They're going to promise you something that if it is too good to be true, it probably is. If it's too good to be true, it probably isn't. That is a truism. If somebody wants to con you, they are going to use one of a trick that is already documented. Now, I will tell you what is easy. You don't have to go to libraries. You don't have to go to libraries. It is a lot easier to be like, let me check the library. Because now the library is digitized and you can see all this information right away. But the information was always there. It's just you had to have access to the information. So it is harder now to prevent you from getting certain information. But you guys are just silly if you think that Devin Haney is going to fight everybody. He's not going to do it. Devin Haney is into it for the money. Bill Haney is into it for the money. And when you guys were talking about that stuff a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I told you, this is all going to be, it's all going to be about, I want to fight everybody. I don't care. I just want to fight the best, until he winds up being the one that's making the money and can make the demands. And as soon as he gets to be the one that can make the demands, he's going to start making the demands, and it's going to be about money. It's not going to be about the best fighting the best. It's going to be about, hey, I need my money. It's going to be about, oh, hey, I need my money because I have to take care of my kids. I got a legacy. It's going to change into that. That's it. You know why? Because it happens every time. When it was in Devin Haney's interest to say, I want to fight anybody and everybody, I don't care about the money. These guys are hiding behind money. They're hiding behind promoters. All of that stuff. It ain't about that. I just want the smoke. Free smoke. Anybody can get the smoke. I want the smoke. And then once he gets to the position where he has all the belts, it ain't all about the smoke no more. It's about the money. And you having to concede money to me in order for me to fight you, because I deserve more money than you do based on what I've done. Isn't that what Tim Bradley said? He deserves it based on what he did. Well, shoot, Lomachenko had done more than him at a point, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter to Devin when it was Lomachenko that made more money, that had earned more belts. He can do what he wants to do. It didn't become I can do what it didn't come. It's I can do what I want to do now because it's me. And Devin Haney could have really believed in the bottom of heart every word that he said, but it didn't matter. I told you, wait till he gets in control. Wait, that is what's going to happen. Told you. Why? Because it's obvious. Because people have been doing that. Because that is not about boxing. That is about human beings. Everybody wants to change the system because the system doesn't work for them. But once the system works for them, they don't see a reason to change it. Shocking. When you are a young politician and looking to become, make your name in politics, you can see everything wrong and you're working hard to change everything until you make it. And then it works for you because you're now established. Everybody that is not in the establishment got a problem with the establishment until they get established. And then they see things from the point of view of the established. I'm established. I don't need you. You need me. That is the epitome of established. Gervonta Davis is established. He don't need Devin. Devin needs him. If you talking about establishing that money, right? That's what I mean. It's going to happen. Stop acting like your guy's different. He's not different. Not that. Devin was never going to be different. This is exactly what was going to happen. And you could tell because of the amount of inconsistencies they had from the very beginning. But you overlook inconsistency over inconsistency over inconsistency. Or after, excuse me. You overlook inconsistency after inconsistency after inconsistency. As soon as I see an inconsistency, I'm tracking it and saying, oh, he has a tendency to be inconsistent. Oh, he's inconsistent. Let me rephrase that. He's inconsistent. He's being inconsistent. Let's see if it's a one-off or if he's going to continue to be inconsistent. Terence Crawford is inconsistent. Inconsistent. Why do I say that? Because he says, oh, when you're fighting me, you shouldn't care about the money. If you're confident, you're just going to take what's offered to you and know you can win. But when it becomes Errol Spence Jr., oh, no. It's not about that. No. I need my money based on what I've done. Well, hold on, man. If you think you can beat him, wouldn't you take a little less money? No. Why? Because I've made it. When I said other people should do that, I said you would do that. I didn't say I would do that. I said you would do that. Similarly, Devin Haney will say to Gervonta, oh, don't worry about the money. But when he's talking about Lomachenko, hey, you got to give me some of your money. You need to concede to me because I don't need you. You need me. Oh, but I thought it wasn't about needing somebody. I thought it was about the best fighting the best. Not today. Sorry, it ain't about not today. Not because I'm the money. I got the money. What do you mean it's not important? I got the belts. You want my belts. You got to give me the money. I've got to. And guess what? And Gervonta can say, guess what? You want to fight me. You got the belts. Keep your belts. You're trying to get in my money. No, it's not about the money. It's about legacy. But it ain't about legacy with Loma, huh? It's about money with Loma. But it ain't about legacy with money. But for Gervonta, it needs to be legacy. It can't be about money. You're going to make the argument that suits you because you are advocating for yourself and what you want. Period. Doesn't make you a bad guy. It just makes people that take that at face values suckers. And my guy said, you are my #1 boxing channel. Very logical. Thank you very much, Gar, in the building. It's silly. If he doesn't take this fight over money, it's a duck, according to his own definition. Because Devin Haney, because Vasyl Lomachenko cannot take a unification fight over the #1 contender. But Devin, not for a unification fight, because everything's unified. There is nothing trumping the #1 contender in your division. Nothing trumps that. Nothing. Because he's the WBO champion, the WBA champion, the WBC champion, and the IBF champion, which means what? You have to defend against all comers, all of them. And Lomachenko was the #1 contender by the WBO and the WBC. And by the definitions that you guys use for mandatory, which is #1 contender, he's his WBO mandatory and his WBC mandatory. Isn't he? Isn't it? Isn't he? Oh, but it's a difference. Why? Because you don't like Lomachenko. It's different. It's different. It's different. Dog, if he drops all his belts, drop the belts. If he drops the belts and goes up because he can't make weight, that's one thing. But if he says no to Lomachenko and tries to stay at that weight class and fight somebody else that is not Shakur Stevenson please. So Loma got a better case for a fight than Devin had? Yes. Because there's no mandatory. Because there's no unifications. Yes. Yes. Loma got a better case for a fight than Devin had. Yes. Because he's the number one contender in two sanctioned bodies, the WBO and the WBC, and Devin can't unify. There's no unification. You tell me, Fahim, is there a unification fight that he can make? Unifications trump mandatories. Lomachenko fought a unification fight with Teofimo Lopez. He was a WBA champion. He was an IBF champion. Even if you take away the WBC, he was a WBA and he was the IBF champion and he was a WBO champion. Teofimo Lopez was the IBF champion. That's a unification fight. That trumps mandatories. Also, if you said Devin was the WBC champion, which he wasn't, but if you gave that to him, it's still one mandatory over another one unification over another unification. And this guy has two belts, not one. Lomachenko, no, that's because they both had one. So that doesn't apply. Yeah, absolutely. Can you tell me why it wouldn't be? I want to be fair. I mean it. I want to be fair. If you can see a reason that that's not true, let me know. But from what I see, Devin was not as mandatory because they never ordered it. But if you want to say he was as mandatory because he was the number one contender, well, guess what? Lomachenko's the number one contender in the WBC. He's also the number one contender for the WBO. No, he's not the mandatory. He's the number one. There's a difference. There's a difference between being the number one contender and the mandatory. People keep saying Devin was his mandatory because he was the number one contender. But you're not the mandatory till somebody mandates it. But if I argue in the alternative and I accept what you say is true, and you say, okay, Devin was Lomachenko's mandatory, okay, just take that as true, even though I'm saying explicitly that it's not true. But just say that it is true for the sake of argument. Then you have Devin, who was the number one, and Lomachenko, who was the champion, right? Lomachenko took a fight with Teofimo Lopez, who was the IBF champion. That is Lomachenko taking a unification fight over a mandatory. That's not a duck. That's a unification over a mandatory. You're supposed to take a unification over a mandatory. You're supposed to. There you go. So in the case of Devin Haney right now, there is no unification because he has all the belts. So who's going to trump his mandatory? And if you say the number one, if you conflate or purposely confuse mandatory with number one contender and you treat them like they're synonymous, then Lomachenko is his mandatory for the WBO and he's the mandatory for the WBC because he's the number one contender for the WBO and he's the number one contender for the WBC. So he's his mandatory twice. And guess what? He doesn't have, and let me be very clear, he doesn't have a mandatory for the WBA. The only other mandatory that he had would be the IBF. And let me see some. Who's the IBF number one? And I'm sorry. And that was handled with Kambosos. Because Kambosos was Teofimo's IBF mandatory. But let's go and let's look it up. Who's the IBF mandatory? Who's the IBF? Who's the IBF number one in the IBF? Gustavo Lemos. Gustavo Lemos. Guess who? Guess what, though? Guess what? According to the mandatory rules, In the IBF, Gustavo Lemos will have to fight Vasyl Lomachenko to be the mandatory. The mandatory for the IBF would be the winner of Vasyl Lomachenko and Gustavo Lemos. So Lomachenko could be his IBF mandatory. Lomachenko is the number one in the WBO, and he is the number one in the WBA, and the WBC and the WBA. He doesn't have a mandatory. Gervonta has the mandatory because the number one is Ryan Garcia. Can Haney unify the IBO or the NA? No, he doesn't have the IBF. He doesn't hold the NABF. The NABF is a junior version of the WBO. The NABF is not a major championship belt, and the IBO is not one either. Like, I guess if you want to tell him he's going to go fight the IBO, but guess what? Voice of God. If he goes to fight the IBO guy, he's not undisputed. Even if you said the IBO, you know what that means? That means he's not undisputed. He says he's undisputed, so the IBO doesn't count. No, there's literally no argument for him fighting anybody other than Lomachenko. Because Lomachenko is number one in the WBC, number one in the BO, and he is number 3 in the IBF. And in the IBF, Gustavo Lemos isn't going to be the mandatory without fighting Vasyl Lomachenko. And then he doesn't have a mandatory for the WBA. Tank is not the mandatory. There is no mandatory for the WBA Super Championship. He does not have a mandatory there. Gervonta has the mandatory. And Gervonta just beat his mandatory in Rolly Romero, the fight before last. So no, there's literally no way that Devin Haney can. I'm telling you, God don't like ugly. I'm telling you. And I want to know anybody that can tell me. Oh, thank you, Voice of God Boxing. You kidding? Thank you, bro. How in the world can Devin Haney get away with not fighting Lomachenko over money when he wouldn't let Lomachenko get away from fighting him for a unification? I know by dude, Voice of God Boxing. You'd be shocked, brother. Voice of God Boxing. You'd be shocked. I know there's a Voice of God Boxing. Trust me. You got to take all this stupidity seriously because there's a lot of people that really believe this because it's complicated. It's not terribly complicated, but it's somewhat complicated. And again, man, thank you to everybody that supported today in the super chat. Thank you to everybody that supported in the chat, in the Cash App. It really is what makes the channel go. It really, 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 really is, man. No jokes about it, brother. No jokes. Hey, I need to hear from you, though. Devin will take 30% Haney. Exactly, but even then, he's not going to get 30%. See, Marcus the Villain, I'm being a jerk, okay? I'm be dead serious. I'm not being a hater, but I am being a jerk. Because I don't like, once you act a jerk to me, bro, we on jerk time, okay? Once you start being a jerk to me, we on jerk time, where everybody going to be a jerk. I can be a jerk just like you can be a jerk. And what I mean, and I'm telling you this, when Devin Haney says to Lomachenko, he got to make some concessions, Gervonta Davis can tell Devin Haney in a heartbeat, bro. Can tell Devin in a heartbeat. Brother, what's your pay-per-view numbers? Other than Lomachenko. And watch this. I need to see your pay-per-view numbers other than Lomachenko. Why? Because Lomachenko is a big name. Lomachenko is a bigger name than you are. Because Lomachenko is a bigger name than you are. Since Lomachenko is a bigger name than you are, I need to know what pay-per-views you've done with somebody not named Lomachenko. Period.
So give him to me. He doesn't have any. What's your gate? What's your gate when you're the headliner and it's in your country? Not interested in George Kambosos in Australia because we're not going to Australia. You're not Australian and we're not going there. So that is an outlier. I don't care. And if you want to tell me, well, what about, well, look, I won't count my Liam Smith numbers. What is it? Liam Walsh. I won't count the gate I did with Liam Walsh when I went to the UK. We'll give all of that to Liam Walsh. Okay. However, so the way that I see it, I'm not going to give you a guarantee. I'm not going to give you a percentage of the pay-per-view, and I will give you a flat fee. What flat fee? What did you get? What was your flat fee? What was your flat fee when you fought Vasyl Lomachenko? How much did you get, like, flat money? What was your flat pay for that? And what percentage of profit did you have? If your fight lost money, then that's just how much money they lost. How much money did you make? How much money did your fight make? And I'm going to give you 50% of what your fight made. Watch this. Tell me how much revenue you made in your fight between your pay-per-view and your gate. And I will give you 50% of that revenue. I think that's fair. I give you 50% of the revenue that your fight generated. The revenue. I don't care if you lost money. I know you lost money. How much money did it generate? Well, you did 600,000 pay-per-views, and you didn't do 600,000 pay-per-views. I'm sorry. You got, what did you get, a site fee or something? Like, I'm going to give you a percentage of your revenue for your fight. How much did your fight earn? How much money did it make? You know what I mean? That's why I think for Terence Crawford, $5 million was cool. Because this fight generated around $10 million between the gate and the pay-per-view against Sean Porter, somewhere around $10 million. So since we know you lost money in that because they paid all that money, look, we'll move your half of your revenue into our cost. $5 million. $5 million. How much is a government subsidy worth? Nothing, because I'm telling you, that's why I'm not talking about any of those. You can't talk about George Kambosos because there's a government subsidy with that. You know what I mean? That's welfare, man. I'm sorry. I asked how much money you made, not how much money you get off your EBT card. Okay? I want to know how much money you made. That is a cost. That's just your right as a U.S. citizen, brother. I'm not trying to hear that. You know what I mean? For one thing for sure, two things are certain. Haney and Loma going the distance. Yeah, it is. But the outcome, dude, ain't guaranteed, man. That outcome ain't guaranteed, man. Said, boy, this is the video I've been looking forward to. Food stamp tickets, like, for real, like, you can't give you credit for that. Like, if I want to be a jerk, if you want to talk about what you deserve, we can talk about what you deserve. Because doesn't Gervonta deserve what he deserves? You know, doesn't he deserve to get what he deserves? I think he should get what he deserves. You don't think so? Man, y'all, wow. Fanan, come on, Fanan. What is this? Devin is the most mistreated boxer in boxing history. Oh, my God, bro. Until he ain't. And now all of a sudden he has the right to mistreat other people. Now other people now other people got to make concessions to him. Man, y'all know, bro. Y'all know. Okay, you know. Y'all know. You know. And here's the funny thing, man. People said that before I knew. on Twitter. See, there's these guys on Twitter that are like basically, very close to they're very close to the PBC. And they had a huge attitude very early on with Devin and Bill Haney, bro. Like a huge attitude with them when they were still with the PBC. So I was like, what is this about? And I still to this day do not know what it was. I still don't know what it was. No idea what it was. But I know this now. You guys keep walking yourselves. And it ain't about Devin can do what Devin wants. Bill Haney can do what Bill Haney wants. But all y'all out there talking in this boxing conversation we're having, man, y'all know that if Vasyl Lomachenko ducked Devin Haney, then Devin Haney don't fight Lomachenko under this one, it's duck times 2. It's duck times 3. Duck times 3. If he doesn't fight him over money, which I know, by the way, I know he's going to fight. Let's just be real about this. He's going to fight Lomachenko. And he's going to fight Lomachenko for the money Bobby Arum asked him to fight for. Okay? And if he doesn't, that's not smart. You need to go ahead and take that money. I'm telling you. You need to go take that money. Go take that money. Don't keep rolling that dice. Don't keep rolling the dice. Better take that money. Don't roll that dice. Don't roll it because there ain't no need. Y'all need to stop coming on this platform trying to up Dev. Hey, look, man. Look, dude, it's Devin bots. That's all right. They got to earn a living too. Devin said he had 50 fights down in Mexico against grown men before he was 18. I mean, all that means is it ain't on his record. Anyway, I would say go ahead and take that fight, bro. Like, if it's a fair deal, bro, take a fair deal. Don't push people's hands and be too hard to deal with. Because I guarantee you, the PBC is definitely not going to try to hear it. Bill paying these Devin bots. Look, man. I wouldn't put it past them. It only takes about 10, 12 guys, man. It only takes about 10, 12 guys with like 4 or 5 different accounts to leave a lot of comments in your comment section. But you guys are making such terrible arguments, man. I mean, for real, y'all are making such you guys are just, I wouldn't put it past them, bro. I wouldn't put it past them. $1, hey, look, for real. Because look how much it's going to cost, $50. You get 50. If you get paid, if it's a dime, if you got a dime a comment, if you pay them $10 an hour, man, seriously, man. You paying $5? Hey, dude, for real? Man, look. I just don't believe. Let me tell you why I think you're bots. Because you guys cannot possibly not see this. You're way too intelligent not to see this. You're doing this out of loyalty. That's it. You're doing it out of loyalty and a sense of community. That's it. And most communities are kept alive by money. But you're just doing it out of loyalty or spite or something. Because none of this makes sense. It keeps getting worse. When you go to 140 pounds and you don't fight Regis Prograis, and you don't fight Puello, and you don't fight Puello, and you don't fight Gary Antoine Russell, and you said back then that networks don't matter. You can send all you got to do is send the offer. Just send the offer, and they got to make the fight because ain't nothing going to stop you from sending that offer. It just gets tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter on you. Just gets tighter and tighter and tighter. Like I told you, the number one contender is not the mandatory. You actually have to order the fight before you're the mandatory. You guys say, no. Devin was supposed to get that fight with what's his name? Luke Campbell. So, well, first of all, if he was supposed to get it, he would have got it. But he didn't. So he wasn't supposed to get it, obviously. Now, Lomachenko becomes the champion. There was no mandatory order out there. None. Because he did not inherit a mandatory from the last guy. He didn't inherit it, so it wasn't ordered because of that. And they don't order it within the first year. So when did the WBC order it? I'm still waiting for somebody to say, show me something that says the WBC has ordered Devin Haney, Lomachenko to defend his WBC title against Devin Haney. They have 30 days to complete the negotiations. Otherwise, it goes to purse bid. I've never heard that, never seen that. Still, no matter how many times I've asked, where does it say that? Where? The only thing you point to is that somebody referred to him as the mandatory, but you can never show me the mandatory order. So since that's the case, we know that you're saying number one contender, because you would think that the number one contender will become the mandatory and will be the one mandated to fight. So since you say that, then guess what? Lomachenko, according to your definition, is Devin Haney's mandatory for both the WBO and the IBF. He's a double mandatory. Not just with the WBC, he's a double mandatory. And guess what? There is no unification to be done. It has to be activated. I understand that, but that's not what Devin Haney fans said when it came to Lomachenko. Devin was the mandatory because Devin said he was the mandatory. And Devin said he was the mandatory because he was the number one contender. So since that's the case, Lomachenko is now Devin Haney's mandatory for the WBO and the WBC. Watch this again. Devin Lomachenko fought the IBF champion and unified. Unification trumps mandatory. It's no such thing as activating the mandatory. Oh, yes, there's ordering the mandatory. He didn't exact. There is no activating it, but you have to, the WBC has to mandate it. They have to order it. Mandate means to order. There has to be an order. You have to order the fight. That's the word mandatory. You have been ordered. You have been ordered or mandated to fight someone. Until they order that person to fight you, they have not been mandated to fight you. You are not the mandatory. What you're saying is you are in the number one position and you will become the mandatory once they order it. But look, you can petition it, but it doesn't matter. Until they order it, that champion has not been ordered to fight you. Lomachenko was never ordered by the WBC to fight Devin Haney. It never happened. Never. But it works. If that's what you're trying, if you're trying to force somebody to make a fight, to say that, because they're easily confused. Did he petition? I don't know. I don't care. He was never ordered. He could petition all he wants. Who cares? Anybody can petition. So what? Petition means nothing. But anyway, back to this. Let's just assume, again, for the 90 billionth time, let's assume that the number one is the mandatory, right? Then Lomachenko is his mandatory for the WBO and the WBA, and there is no unification fight to trump it. There is no unification fight to trump it. So it is a duck. Duck. Duck, duck, duck. Because if Lomachenko can duck with a unification fight, Devin can duck without a unification fight. And then, well, if you say, hey, it was the money. Well, Lomachenko can say, I took the unification for the money. Because Teofimo Lopez is a bigger name than Devin was at the time. My promoter offered me more money. My promoter did not offer me any money to fight you. So since you can duck your mandatory for money, then I can duck my mandatory for money. Right? See, that's why they bring up the hold up, man, hold up, man, hold up, man, stop. See, now in the middle of this, you stop everything and you say, hold on, man, hold on, man, hold on, man, stop. And you start talking about stuff that ain't true. So people got to run around and try to figure out, well, on September 16th, 1948, Devin Haney was in the conference room with Lomachenko, and they rubbed noses, and they both spit in the air, and it landed on Bob Arum's face. So therefore, you know that he was supposed to take the fight. Brother, what am I supposed to take with all? What am I? What? I can't. Inside sources tell me that Lomachenko went to Devin Haney's garage and they slap boxed in the garage. And so therefore, this technically speaking is a rematch. You can do all of that. You can do all of that. I ain't doing none of that with y'all. Look, Tio was the bigger name. Not watch this also. He was off. He knew. Let's go with this, Powerhouse Watson. Watch this. Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko knew they were going to fight before Lomachenko got the WBC belt. Before. Bob Arum pointed Teofimo Lopez at the IBF and pointed Lomachenko at the WBC. At the point in which that fight took place, at the end of that fight, Bob Arum had all 4 belts. Bob Arum was not about to make a fight with Devin Haney. Bob Arum had gotten all 4 belts between 2 of his fighters, and he was going to make a fight between the 2 of them. Lomachenko was never offered any money to fight Devin, and on top of that, the WBC never ordered Lomachenko to fight Devin. Never. The only people that are pushing that were the people that were in Devin Haney's camp. Sorry, Charlie. Sorry. And again, anybody that wants to show me receipts, I would love to see the WBC order from Mauricio Sulaiman at the convention that they have. I am not telling you to tell me, point to a Boxing Scene article that refers to him as that, or a Boxing News 24 that refers to him as that, or a pressrelease.com article that says Terence Crawford sold 10 million views, got paid $10 million, and that Devin Haney was the mandatory for Vasyl Lomachenko. I don't want to hear none of that. None of these sources that you can't show. Because they don't exist. It doesn't exist. There was no order from the WBC. None. Wasn't ever. He wasn't the mandatory. He was never mandated to fight him. Ever. But for 9, it was a press release. Dude, hey, seriously, for real. Them dudes literally went to press.com, paid about $10 to release a press release about the pay-per-view numbers. Pressrelease.com. And literally when you go, they literally telling you to pay $25 to do it. Hey, like none of y'all were going to actually go look at PR.com. It was such a joke. I'm telling you. Look, man, in credibility shot through, dude, y'all could be right 50 times straight and your credibility is still shot. Because you know dang well when the truth don't fit you, you're going to change it. You're going to change it. When the truth don't work for you, you're going to change it. You're not going to stay silent and just let it swim. You are going to reinvent it. Like Devin Haney is not the one saying he wants more money. It is Lomachenko. Yeah, okay, bro. Okay. You know what I mean? Alexis Roche is a better fight for Terence Crawford than Keith Thurman is for Errol Spence Jr. Yeah, okay. But look, man, I got to get out of here. Much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat. Thank you guys so much for your support today. It's greatly appreciated. But I'm about to bounce. Holler at y'all. And y'all dudes, like I said, stay away from me. Cause dog, it's seriously, man. We do logic first. Logic first. Based on established facts. Not inside sources that you can't repeat. Because those are just not confirmable. Since you can't confirm it, we don't know if it's a fact. You're just asking me to trust you. And I'm not going to trust you in a debate when something is illogical. Okay? The whole reason that there's logic is to show you what not to trust. Okay? If it is illogical, don't trust it. Not saying that it cannot be true. Just saying don't trust it. Verify it. If it's unconfirmed and it's illogical, don't trust it until it is confirmed. What is the name of the person that told you this? Can I speak with them myself? Right? I don't want to talk about what is possible. Could he have done this? Yes, he could have. Maybe, I guess. But you have to guess about whether he could have done it. And then assume from the fact that he could have done it, that that's what he should have done. All kind of stuff. But anyway, I got to get out of here. Deuces. Holler at your boy.